Let's get it going now. Now it should be right. Are we live?
Oh, I have to go up. I have to get taller.
Yeah. Okay, let's get that away from there so it doesn't pick up on that as much. Watch now. Yes. Cool. There we go. That seems like it's working. Story. Single player. Classic mode.
Is that like normal? Is that like normal?
God damn it. Yes, allow access, you fuck. I'm not playing online. Why do you care? Don't fuck with me, game. Not in the mood for your crap, man. Okay. So, let's see here. Origin. I like the Red Prince. He's my favorite, but for some options, we have Sibyl, Ifan Ben Mezd, Beast.
Beast was my favorite, if I remember correctly.
Losa. No, Fane was your favorite.
Yeah. Beast was my second, huh?
You liked Fane the most. And then you can be, your own custom character, but now that Undead Lizard.
Be an undead lizard.
No, I'm gonna be the Red Prince because I love him. He's my favorite character, and if I'm gonna stream this, I'm gonna play the Red Prince. So first we have to listen to his origin story.
Famed, of course, for my unique red skin and unparalleled skills as a general of the House of War, I, the Red Prince, was raised within the vast palaces of the fabled Forbidden City.
Ooh.
I was destined to become the next emperor. But my ambitions suffered a bit of a setback when I fell from grace for cavorting with demons.
I've been there, bro.
What?
Now, I'm exiled and hunted by assassins.
People get touchy when you talk to demons.
I remain undaunted and as determined as ever to claim my rightful throne.
Alrighty. So, picking that. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Appearance. We can adjust his appearance a little bit. So we can pick some different faces for him. Some of these are kind of wonky. I think I like face 2 the most, yeah. Facial feature. Hairstyle, there we go. We can get some cool, like, spines. Wow, that's a lot. There's a lot going on there.
That's a bit much.
Yeah, that is a bit much.
Muchly.
Ooh.
I like that one.
Get some fins. That's kind of neat.
I think the fins is my favorite.
Spiky. That's kind of neat. All fins. Looks very aquatic. Get a little mix there. A lot going on in the back around the neck. It seems like it's hard to turn your head around. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like a rooster. Kind of fits his character, his personality. He's a little cocky.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. The skin color is not adjustable on this character. He is the Red Prince. He has to be red. That is a requirement.
You can change his hair color.
Yes, I can make his hair a very different color.
I don't think you can make it that different.
We can get blues and purples and weird shit in there. Light sapphire. I kind of like the blue. That's kind of neat. Heliotrope. Fluorite. Ooh, that's a good gemstone. I like fluorite.
What's the deal? What's fluorite do?
Fluorite? It's a feldspar crystal. It's one of the high magic crystals used in by magicians. That's one of the more powerful ones, but not as easily utilized. Kind of like the, Oh, you want to get into magic? You're interested? Have a quartz crystal. This brings you clarity. Feldspar crystals are like the you better know what you're doing if you're gonna F with that thing.
That would explain why I know nothing about them.
Yeah. And it's interesting because I have a lot of them on my altar. I collect feldspar crystals. I like those a lot.
By the way, while I'm thinking about it, I may need to temporarily commandeer part of the dresser for a temporary altar.
Okay. Presets. Strength, intelligence, and constitution. Yes, I like that. Warfare and necromancy. No, I don't like that. How do I... Yeah, I don't want necromancer for you. You're the Red Prince. You're a dragon, my boy. You're gonna be warfare and pyrokinetic. Swords and fire! That's what we're gonna do.
But he got in trouble for consorting with demons.
Yeah! Hellfire and brimstone.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Justifiable enough.
Yeah, I want to go full-hearted into that. I don't have any points available more, but we're gonna go into single-handed and shields. But yeah, he's gonna go warfare and pyrokinetic. Civil abilities. Telekinesis? No. Actually, maybe.
Telekinesis is useful.
That is a useful ability for him. And then skills.
Bouncing shield.
Yeah, let's get rid of... Battering Ram's nice, too. Let's see, what else does he have picked? That's it? Okay. So I got 2 choices. So let's... Yeah, let's do Bouncing Shield, Battering Ram...
Haste?
Yeah, and Haste. Those are solid choices.
It's been like a year and a half that I remember something about this game.
Yeah, and then...
And we've both played the original all the way through.
Yeah, there we go. So he's Warfare, Pyrokinetic, Strength, Intelligence, Constitution, Telekinetic, and I thought he had Persuasion. Didn't he have Persuasion? Yeah, he has Persuasion 1. So, okay.
That's just not a choice. He automatically has it because Red Prince.
I mean, he is a prince. He should be charismatic. So they say. He is sophisticated and a spell song. And apparently an executioner. Or we should make him a demon. Character with a demon has an extra fire resistance, but is weak to water. It's pretty good. Executioner gives you 2 extra points after you kill somebody. But that's if he delivers the killing blow. I think we'll go with demon. That seems more fitting for him. No, I don't want to do that. Tags, male, lizard, red prince, noble, scholar. Those all sound good to me. Instruments. The bouncery.
This is his theme song type thing we're picking now.
Yeah, I think that is kind of his...
I like the cello, personally.
So, what would a lizard play? A flute? I don't think so. They don't have lips. They're not very good with wind instruments.
So a string instrument of some kind, which the remaining 3 are.
I've always been a fan of the cello.
Yo, same.
We're gonna go with cello. Okay, I think we're good to go. And now you can enjoy a wonderful cutscene.
Like I knew it would. A single drop of sauce magic.
Sauce. I love the apple reference too. It's beautiful. Garden of Eden references.
The rebel panicked. The carnage began. The magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned.
You little rebel.
I was shocked and collared. And sent to Fort Joy.
Losa, Red Prince. Sibyl.
Isn't Sibyl your second favorite?
Yes. I have to have Sibyl in my party.
But instead I became part of their story.
I have 2 characters that I have to pick. I will let you pick the 4th party member that I choose.
Okay, it's probably gonna be Fane or Beast.
Yeah, it's up to you. Whichever one you want. We'll have a little toxy-do with them and see how it goes.
So, still a bit groggy, I'll be. Don't worry.
Okay, I want to see how the webcam looks. Yeah, that's good for the chat dialogue, because this is like a big important part. Yeah, I'm a little groggy. I'm also tied to a table, so, that's cool. How did I get here?
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Okay, if you say so. Oh, thank you for letting me go. How kind of you. It's a pretty advanced little torture tables you guys got here. They got mechanical bits in them.
Wooden boards and iron shackles. The Divine Order's hospitality leaves much to be desired indeed.
Oh, Red Prince, you're such a cocky little shit.
He's used to finery.
This isn't how I expected to wake up today. These amenities are abhorrent. I think that's how he would probably say that. Okay, so you can, look through stuff. You can find, like, bottles of water and other things. And then you can also, like, you can go, like, move. And then you can, like, chuck things depending on how strong you are. And be like, okay, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Yeah, I wanna move it. Go over there. It says I can throw it over there. There we go. Yeah, and then I can, like, chuck things out of my way.
Isn't that telekinesis in your case?
Yes. Oh, look. It's sheep. What's up, sheepy boy?
In her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Rude.
If you...
Somebody voice acted that.
Yep. If you get a certain character trait, you can talk to animals.
Yes. One of the characters that I'll be having in my party can do that. He will not, the main character, no. I think I might be able to pick it, actually, at some point. Yeah, you didn't miss much. I was just going through, like, the, picking the characters' backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, he chose to be a scaly.
I like this character. He is my favorite character, okay? And yeah, I always pick lizard people, generally speaking, so I guess I am a little bit of a scaly. It's
You like to stare at scaly ass.
I can be a bit draconian. I try not to be, though.
Yes, there is a squirrel you can talk to later.
That is correct. What's on the desk? Nothing?
You can have the squirrel with you for the entire game.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a reference to Baldur's Gate 2. With the dude that has the hamster in his pocket that he talks to.
Did you expect a needle?
What the fuck, Prince?
Needle in a haystack. I'm looking for a key. There's a key somewhere around here. Okay, there's some money. I'll take that.
That'll be great for you being in shackles and a slave and stuff.
Absolutely.
Did you expect a needle?
Nope. I'm pretty sure somewhere around here. Ooh, long branches. I can make staves out of those. Henhouse?
Staves.
Ooh, an egg! There's a way to, like, get through that door. Actions. Pick lock. I don't have lock picks, though. There's supposed to be a key around. I am playing with a controller, which I'm not accustomed to, so I'm used to being able to mouse over everything.
Oh, Sushi wants to know, do you like hoarding gold, too?
No. I do not. That is what me and dragons don't agree on. I hoard video games, not gold. So
That's fair.
If I was a video game dragon, I'd be that. Alright. Screw the tutorial deck. I don't need that. Let's get out of here and move on.
Open all the cabinets.
There's a lot of this kind of looking through stuff just to see if there's something cool. There is actually a bit of kind of a let's see, like there. That's good. There's actually a random generator when you look through stuff, kind of like a Diablo system, where when you open up containers, you will find different things every playthrough, and there's a chance for certain types of items. So that can have a minor effect on how you progress through the game, which is nice. That's a good touch.
Yes. Looks like that collar fits your snug.
Fuck off.
Nice bit of work. Even if I do say so.
I do look chipper. Thank you. I appreciate you complimenting my, my appearance and energy for the day. Also, you're a giant bitch.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope.
No, it's too tight. You gotta loosen it up until it's the size of a hula hoop.
Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Fuck off.
Excuse me, I'm a lizard, not a dog. I eat those.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William.
Oh, really?
Passengers have
Bill?
to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the log.
Chap.
Chap. About that time, eh, chaps?
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
See, my options are: you pulled the thing around your neck futilely, demanding to know why she collared you. Mused that by the room's shape, you can tell you're on a Lucian-class frigate, but why? Or, now that you're up, I'd like to bathe and dine. Tell her to ring for the servants. Knowing the Red Prince, I'm gonna go with that one.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're a long way from home, my lord. A long way from the little bells that make footmen come out running.
I'm pretty sure you have one of those, though.
Felix fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing candor.
A goose?
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative.
Those are pretty good drugs. Can I get some of those? I could use those on your crew members.
Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Is it happy? The name lets me know that that's a happy place. Is it like Disneyland?
For crabs, maybe.
I like crabs. They taste delicious. I hope there's lots of crabs there.
I don't think you're allowed to eat crabs in this game.
Particularly good boy.
Yeah, you are.
Perhaps a cure as well.
You can eat a sentient clam in the first one.
You can eat it?
You didn't? Yeah, that's what I always do. It gives you a permanent boost to your water resistance.
I don't remember that. It's been a long time.
Yeah, when we first played, that's what I did, and you were like, "You monster! Why would you eat that? It was alive. It could talk."
I believe you. That would be my reaction.
I was like, "It's the only way you can get that permanent water boost. I'm a power gamer. I'm not passing up that option."
You monster.
Well, have a nice day. I guess I'll go find Magister William. Oh, there's been a murder. Oh, that's a lot of blood on the floor.
Oh yeah, I like this part because as Fane you can just be like, nom the corpse.
Broken source collar. How'd they open the collar? His name was Finn, apparently. He's dead. I don't know how I know that. What's up, Magister Waters?
Right, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of gory. Matches my skin color.
This happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Inform her that she was not this man's protector. She was indeed this person's captor. Or ask why she's letting you so close to the crime scene. For all she knows, I was the one who killed him. Nah, she knows I wasn't. I just got let out of the other dude's thing. Yeah. You're a slaver.
Finn didn't say it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source.
Well, it sounds like he was a coward and afraid of his own power.
We'll find out who did this. Speaking of, she looks up at you with a mirthless smile. I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir.
Sushi says he'd eat a hamburger from a talking cow.
Well, good for you. There's talking cows in this game. That's a thing.
I mean, they don't talk any more than other animals.
No, there's a whole, like, whole big talking cows. They have a whole huge conversation.
I thought they only talked to the person who could talk to animals.
No.
I thought they were, and also, I thought they were cursed.
They were cursed. Yeah, they are cursed. But, yeah, there's talking cows later. That happens. That's a whole storyline, side quest.
Oh, Sushi wants to know what source is.
Okay, yeah, I will explain that. So, a little bit of backstory. The only thing you really need to know from the first game that carries over into this game is that the...
Didn't you kill God or something?
No. You killed a god, so to speak.
I think it was
the Void Dragon is
Yeah.
what it was called. So, Source is essentially like the, I don't know, ineffable, like, raw power of will. So, like, kind of like the Green Lantern, where it's like, if I imagine something, it happens. And then, like, collectively, humanity creates stuff, but, like, certain people learn how to use the Source better than others. But the Source is made of human souls. So, sorcerers, not sorcerers, they can kill people and take their soul and turn that into magic will and do something with it. So inherently, it's kind of... It's a bit, kind of vampiric, kind of evil to use in general, but it has its functions, and you don't have to kill things to use it. It's depending on how it's used. But what has happened since the first game, where they're talking about the Void Woken, is that the Void is pulled to the universe to kill. It's like entropy. It's kind of like, inevitable heat death of the universe kind of deal. And so in the first game, you kill the Void Dragon. So, like, you stop the inevitable doom of everything. But no, you can't. You just shattered it or broke it into pieces, and so now all of these things are attracted to anyone who uses magic and tries to, like, fight futility.
Not just any magic. It has to be source magic.
Yes, but that's kind of like the predominant magic. There are other types of magic, but it all inevitably will... that's more of like a deep lore thing. So yeah, you're right. There are other types of magic, and then there is source, but, like, in some ways everything comes from source.
You can be a sorcerer without a U or a sorcerer with a U.
Yeah.
That's confusing in these games.
Yes. But the source magic is kind of like the stuff tied to Divinity. And that's why the game's called Divinity. It's the source of, like, the divine spark, so to speak. And so if you are a sorcerer...
It'll become a bit more clear
Yeah.
as the game goes on, too. The game does give more context. So she says it's like bug magic, but people.
Yeah. But the biggest thing I could say is that if you use Source as a form of magic, you are tapping into a divine aspect of the universe. Essentially, you're using, like, godlike powers on a minuscule scale, but the moment you try to use that, something else comes and tries to kill you. That is wholly outside of your control or anyone's control. So that's why all the sorcerers are being collared and stopped from using their magic, and they're on this boat. And, so anyways, we'll get on with the game now. I don't hail from the House of Dreams. When you sleep, you truly sleep.
Figured as much.
Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers.
I don't want to be a narc.
To climb up in front of the uniform. Bring me a good lead.
Snitches get stitches.
Shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Tell her my price is considerably higher than that.
Here it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Yeah, sure they are. Not any more dangerous than the government. I.e. you.
In this world, for sure. Aye.
So now we'll go around and meet some of the other characters that we can have as an option.
Susie says, I also do not dream. Does this make me a lizard? No, the House of Dreams is actually a lizard thing, so it's just the Red Prince himself sleeps normally.
That's my internet being fucky?
No, his internet's being fucky, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, Sushi also has Comcast, and it's been fucky all day and all yesterday.
CenturyLink, be a better competitor.
Actually,
That's not an endorsement, but
I would rather somebody else be a better competitor.
I mean, sure, yeah. New entrants to the market always. There's like what is that? We got Rainier Connect up here, and then Telnet, I think, is another one, but they barely offer dial-up. But, you know, between the two, CenturyLink and Comcast, I would like to see CenturyLink up their game a bit more.
Yeah, but this upload speed is like 35 times better.
Yeah, if I could get their fiber optics, it would be way better. But they don't offer it everywhere because, you know, fiber optics are fairly, not to get too sidetracked, very difficult to actually run through power lines. They, you know, a wire can flex a lot. Fiber optics or glass, they can't. So if they bend too much, they snap and then you have to replace the whole line. It's kind of a problem.
Yikes.
Yeah. They're way better. I worked at a commercial airline company that I won't mention by name. You can take a guess. But, you know, I didn't say it. You just implied it. We don't use wires in airplanes anymore. It's all fiber optics, if that makes sense. So I like the fiber optics thing. I just wish they would put them in more places. So anyways, here's Losa.
Husband.
I'm your husband. You're married to a lizard.
Would you please tell this very charming gang of not at all rat-like babes?
I think
that I am
Sushi's gonna like this woman.
Closer woman. Nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
So I can squint at them, tell them who's Losa. You must have me confused with someone else. Look at the passel of dirty kids and say they seem well enough like brats to you, or play along, take her arm with a grin, and tell the children they must be mistaken, which I'm definitely going to do.
Correct you are, spouse of mine.
Yes, we are married.
Gribbles to P refuses to be confused with
Madam Josephine Gribbles de Peeb.
That means you are Sir Gribbles de Peeb.
Indeed I am.
what? What's so funny?
It's a really funny name. Sorry, I couldn't help but laugh.
Each face cracks into a great grin as she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
HughesNet. I have not heard of them. That must be a local company that you have.
Yeah, it's super shit. I remember when he had HughesNet, and there's no way we could do any. It was like being on dial-up all over again.
Yeah.
Except they didn't have unlimited data for their internet.
Oh, so it's like satellite internet. Yeah, gross. It's the only option for some people, though.
Now Comcast is his only option because he lives in an apartment.
Almost brings up the question of whether or not internet should be considered infrastructure.
Yeah, okay, you found
Sorry.
it. Go on and
I don't want to get political on this channel.
something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Dark-eyed.
Ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Let's see here. Ask if she couldn't find more age-appropriate companions. Say you're more concerned with survival than entertainment, or say, that's true enough, shake her hand. Los, I presume. I'm a prince. That's about what I'd do.
Seem right.
Tell her to have a look around with me. You can watch each other's backs.
Rats, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
Soft.
Soft? I'm a prince of the House of War, I'll have you know. But okay. I will. Have a nice day.
Her eyes cloud to an unnatural black.
What?
Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer.
That's a little weird. Did you just like shapeshift into like a demon?
As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Interesting. Yeah! Good luck to you! Bye!
Wait, a little word. HughesNet is satellite, 250 megabyte daily data quota,
That's not a lot.
and never more than 300 kilobytes per second.
You know, yeah. That sounds like hell.
It has microtransactions.
Yeah, all satellite internet does. It's neat that it exists, but there's never been a satellite option that's not there's never been a satellite option that is unlimited. And you know, I'm very familiar with those programs because like I have a lot of friends in the military who go overseas, and that is, you know, when you're in the middle of an Afghanistan battlefield, that's what you use because they don't have Comcast or anything else. So it's like, you know, that's kind of your options. I'm glad that those exist, and you know, for certain rural areas, that is your best option.
Yeah, Sushi grew up in a place with like 200 people.
Yeah, and that kind of happens, and you know, Pierce County's, you know, apparently pretty freaking rural itself, but we do have Comcast.
I grew up in the least rural part of Pierce County, I think.
Yeah, you grew up in...
I grew up in the ghetto part of the least rural part of Pierce County, but it was still like a city.
Yeah, the major city, yeah. I grew up in the sticks, but it was like the rich part of the sticks where all the people
we both had weird overlap with where we lived.
Yeah. I grew up in the part of like the country where it's like, oh, you know, there's like a football player and like an actor who lives over there, and like all these places have like a lot of tracts of land, but also like the average response time when you call 911 is like a half an hour. Which in Shadowrun rules would be a D security level area.
I think Sushi may have played some Shadowrun video games.
Yeah. Here's one of the other characters that we can have in our party. It's an elf playing dice with herself.
Snake eyes.
Oh.
She chuckles.
She kind of reminds me of like Oogie Boogie from like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe, right? Never thought of it like that before.
Roll of the dice.
We gotta rewatch that movie.
In the air.
I don't think we're doing anything for Halloween because we can't like go to a party or anything. So
No.
let's rewatch Nightmare Before Christmas.
You know, we'll have a few of the usual people we hang out with somewhat regularly for like a bad movie night is what I want to do.
Oh, so that's when we're doing bad movie night. Okay, then we have to watch Nightmare Before Christmas the day after.
Or before. Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I have it on DVD somewhere, I think.
Yes, we have it on DVD. Yeah, you think my eyes will look like snake eyes? Maybe it's because I'm a lizardman.
Ha. Sushi is surprised at a half an hour response time from 911. They're like, only half an hour?
Yeah.
Because Sushi really grew up just nowhere.
It's pretty crazy for this area, but yeah. Ask if I can join her. No. Why not?
For one, I'm afraid.
Why not?
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
I used to do that. Legitimately, my days were
Can
over
you
there.
read the future in a cow's entrails as well?
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past.
Doesn't she eat people?
One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it too.
So, in this world, elves can experience the memories of any being whose flesh they consume. So, you know, if there's a dead person, they can just grab a piece of the dead person and eat it, and then they can, like, relive the moments of that person dying. Any living creature, elves can do that too. And elves do, you know, follow the Tolkien rules, so they live, like, basically forever in this world, so they're kind of scary in that way, if not even scarier.
Elves are my favorite, and Fane is technically an elf, I think. I think he can eat flesh? Or there's something you can do that he can eat flesh?
And yes, I know enough of the Shadowrun system to beat any of the Shadowrun games. I've played all of them. And
Shadowrun video games. Shadowrun is traditionally a tabletop system.
Yes, I'm talking about the video games. And yes, I can make a functional Shadowrun character in all of the video games, and I've beaten every single one of them all the way through multiple times with different characters. It does behoove you to know a little bit about how the character's supposed to work. And also, the games themselves do require you to have a bit of knowledge about, like, old school tactics games, like, Shining Force and Final Fantasy Tactics and that kind of stuff, like those will help you a lot in that as well. But knowing the system helps a lot for characters because Shadowrun the video games don't do a good job of trying to relate to you like what the different characters' roles are really supposed to be. They just kind of give you like, here's a brief description and we hope you read the books.
That was my experience because I knew a bit about the system going in, but I'd only played it like once, and then I tried to play the video game, and I was like, trolls?
Yeah, it never got as popular as it really needed to make a good game, but some people still made games about it, so
Yeah,
I enjoyed them a lot.
three, isn't there?
Yeah, there's Shadowrun Returns, which is like one of the first ones, and I think that was on like an old Sega system, and now it's on Steam. And then there was like Shadowrun Hong Kong, and there's another one that's
Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon, which is in Germany. So that has to deal with the dragon that got loose in Germany and Texas. But yeah, I could talk all day about Shadowrun. Maybe one day I'll play those Shadowrun games if people actually are interested in them and explain everything to you. I can translate.
I think you would be able to do it because you've played them enough that you can sort of bypass having to talk to everybody and slogging through all the different dialogue.
There's a lot of slogging. There's a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, like, I couldn't stream this. You might be able to make it work.
Those are borderline text adventures. I also know the lingo and the dialects that they use and stuff and what that's all supposed to mean, but...
Apparently, okay, Sushi knows more about the games I own than I do, but apparently I own all three of the Shadowrun games on at least Epic Game Store.
Your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Ooh.
Do it!
She
She's
can
sexy.
lick my arm and tell me who I was being tied to a table by. I already know what happened, so by all means.
Vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat groom.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, your hunger gnawed and gnawed at you until you could stand it no longer.
Accurate.
The cellar door ajar. Instead
It wasn't a jar, it was a door.
You snuck into the pantry like a common thief, only to find nothing but rather questionable turnips.
They used to make jack-o'-lanterns out of turnips.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, root vegetables keep for a while.
Magister walked in, still hungry, feeling a mighty fool.
Admit, wide-eyed. That's exactly right.
The truth's right there. Skin deep.
You read me like a book, Sibyl.
But don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me.
I'm not embarrassed. Tell it to the world. I almost ate rotten turnips.
Don't lick and tell.
Oh, she doesn't lick and tell. I like it.
I like it.
Whose fate are those dice of hers deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
Ooh, honey. You must be from the South if you give people pet names upon meeting them.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Eee.
Would Sabine be your waifu from this game?
No. Honestly, I would pick Losa.
I'll give you that knock of a
Oh, here's a character that only the Red Prince can interact with. My prince!
The cook bows slightly and wipes her hands on her gruel-stained garb.
Forgive me, Your Highness. I didn't expect... Well, anyway, whether I had more than cornmeal and rotting roots to serve, I'd concoct something more fitting for one of your stashes.
I'm just happy that one of ours is the one that was entrusted with running the kitchen. So, you know, clearly we're the superior species.
Is that how that works? Who runs the kitchen runs the world.
Hey, people's hearts are through their stomachs, alright?
I don't know about mine.
Does that mean the French were right all along?
It's not meant to the French being right.
Scoff at her excuses. You deserve only the finest cuisine. It's our duty to provide it. Nah. No, relax. No reason to apologize.
She nods and smiles wanly before
You're doing your
returning to her
best.
duties.
Good job, you. Keep it up. So here's another character that we can have in our party.
One of the people I might choose.
Yes.
Broad dwarf sits totally upright.
Broad Dwarf. That's his character, yes. Also pirate.
Cascade of meticulous plats, each one braided through with golden medallions.
Ooh, he's got like golden gems and shit in his beard. He's fucking awesome. I love him.
I want to grow a beard and do that.
Sorry, you're not a Viking.
My dad's a Viking. That makes me a Viking.
True.
Sushi says this is a middle-class enterprise. The lizard just works the fantasy microwave.
Yes, yes, it does. But it is the base work of the Enterprise. The pyramid is built off of its strongest stones at the bottom. What am I meant to be hearing, Mr. Dwarf? The ship! Alright. I will listen to the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash, and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
There's a lot going on there. Let's see. Tell him the ship is moaning like a sick man. Say the sea sounds angry like it's trying to capsize the ship. Remark that your shipmates are as chatty as gulls. You can barely hear over the din. I'm gonna go with the sea sounds angry like it's trying to capsize the ship.
The fellow cocks his ear, listening.
That's not anger? Then what is it?
He cocks his ear to the other side, then smiles. Anticipation. She senses something. I'd hold on to my breeches if I were you, mate. That's all you do, though. Listen close.
Okay. So I can close my eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away. Or ask him what I'm supposed to be listening for. Tell him you don't have time for that. No, I'm gonna close my eyes and just drift into it. Let's get into it. Let's really commit to this bit.
There now, just like that. Squeak.
That sounds like a mouse.
His eyes snap.
No, it's the snapping of boards and the groaning of wood as it
One great
toils under the pressure of the ocean.
before you lose your footing. Yeah, I knew it. Ah, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Yeah, I heard it. What's that supposed to be? Yeah, the rudder shifting and the boat turning.
Whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
What an ear.
Well, I mean, he's been on a ship for a long time. He is a pirate, after all.
On my beard. That means if we've been traveling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
I like the first option.
Burn my beard! Tell him, you shouldn't burn such a magnificent beard. That's clearly a long life's work that you've cultivated there.
Ah, so you have eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate.
I do love me some dwarves.
Those are good in, like, all contexts that I know them in. My dad's a dwarf. Like, just, he's not, like, built like a dwarf or anything. He just is a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Oh, he was a captain. He had his own ship. Not a boat, a ship. There's a difference. If you don't know, a submarine is a boat. A destroyer is a ship.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard. Gold medallions
I really want a beard like that.
his eyes roll over.
John, let me grow a beard like that.
It's not up to me. I can grow a beard like that.
I don't know, just... Maybe
I can't just give it to you. It's like asking someone to, like, I don't know, give them their fat.
I've asked that too. I've also offered to give people my fat.
If I could be a fat vampire, I'd suck the fat out of every fat person in the world because I'd burn it.
Took you a while to reach where you're at.
Yeah. I have a metabolism of, like, freaking Heracles or some shit. I don't know. Or Hermes, maybe.
Oh, Hermes gotta be intense.
Yeah. Din?
As in the great din of the crewmates.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing Sushi knows about destroyers is there are anime girls based on them.
Yeah. And there's actually a tank dating simulator you can play. That's a thing. So I think it's called Panzer Girls.
I thought that was an anime, not a dating sim.
There's an anime, too. And a game. Have you ever wanted to date a World War II tank? You're not alone.
Sushi says you should grow out your beard to a Viking beard, shave it off, and give it to me, and then grow your own. I would wear a fake beard if it was that glorious.
It doesn't work like that.
Give me a toupee for my chin.
Yeah. People knit those.
Knitting isn't good enough.
We haven't created artificial beards that look realistic yet, sorry. Maybe if you get involved in, like, Hollywood level stuff. Anyways, we should probably play the game. If you're hatching an escape plan, I want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
Oops.
That's acknowledgement. He said yes. That's all I needed to know. So now I have to talk to my second favorite character.
Iffen?
Yes. Iffen Ben Mezd.
Lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, you fish.
I'm not a fish, I'm a lizard.
Murderer on board, and I bet 3 months' pay is this tramp you found.
Tramp? Does he have a tattoo above his house?
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Iffen beckons again.
I'll move closer to
He
him.
leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Good man, you.
Inches less that way, right?
They do.
Hawking a phlegmy goblet in your general direction, the Sullen Magister...
Ew.
Ooh, what a wonderful, glorious prison keeper.
You.
Why do you think he's a murderer?
More's the pity. I was his commander many moons ago.
Oh, he just hates you because you were his former boss.
Standing far back from Ivan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing. Ivan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Since he was 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
Ooh. How did you end up at the mercy of your subordinate?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties.
Okay. Have a nice day.
It's an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
Have a nice day, Mr. Iffen.
Is my fave next?
Oh, he, I believe, is beyond this door.
Nope, he's over there. On the left.
Oh, yeah. He is.
They're all accessible from the get-go.
He's right here. That's him. Yep, there he is. There's Fane. So here's the last character. No, don't put back hair on your head. What they do nowadays is they take your follicles and they split them, and then they put them in there, and then it revigorates the follicles so that your hair grows normally afterwards. But it costs an exorbitant amount of money. It's like $5,000 to do that. They take the hair from like your sides and then put it on the top. It works pretty good.
Instead of paying for gender reassignment surgery, can I just pay for hair reassignment surgery?
To grow a beard?
I want not a beard. Or at least sideburns.
I don't know. I know that the hair reassignment because you had the follicles there, but if you don't have follicles in your face, I don't know if it'll
I grow
work.
really tiny hairs, like peach fuzz.
Yeah, but I think hormones would do better for you for that.
Ah, but hormones would fuck with everything. Admittedly.
Yeah, they do.
I already take hormones, so
Yeah.
I'm already being fucked with.
Fane is a skelly boy, in it. Yeah, you saw him in the... I don't know if you actually were there for that. In the beginning, if you saw Fane, yes, he is a skeleton. He's not actually undead, by the way.
That's a different thing.
I'm not gonna explain what Fane is, but if we pick Fane, we do. If we don't pick Fane, then I'll explain what Fane is.
Otherwise, if we pick Fane, we just have to go through the story and find out.
Yeah. So that's... I don't know. It's up to you. He's an interesting character. They're all interesting.
I'm either gonna pick Fane or Beast.
Yeah. It's a hard choice. Burly dwarf or
Skelly boy.
mysterious, possibly undead man.
He reaches out, flicks a finger against one of your scales, and rubs his chin.
Big scale, little scale. Face scale, arm scale.
I mean, I'm all
Chest
scales.
Fascinating. He
Fascinating.
sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page.
You seem antisocial.
To your presence.
This is sushi.
To touch a prince of the empire is to experience 7 years of good fortune. You're welcome.
7 years? What an infinitesimal period. Why would anyone...
Oh, only 7 years? Is that not good enough for you?
Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some cultural taboo. How difficult. My apologies, Lizard.
Lizard, fuck off, bitch.
I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once.
What are you reading there, buddy?
I do not believe I have been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it has its faults.
Quite the critic, I see.
It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the beginning of this tale and the end, but I am rather missing the middle.
That is always the rub, ain't it?
Tell me, what do you know of our world's history?
Uh-huh.
Let me see. So I can choose, tell him about the war between the Divine Order and the Black Ring. It dwarfed everything that went before. Red Prince, smirk and say that I know everything, obviously. Lizard, boast that the ancient empire has abided through all of history. Even in the face of Divine Order, it stands strong. Or Scholar, well... Cranley Hubert's work is generally seen as the authority, but you can recommend some histories of each race. I think I'm gonna go with the Scholar option here.
Yeah, that draws me.
Most unusual, and if it's not too rude to suggest, not much of an answer.
Well, fuck you.
I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know about your gods.
Oh, really?
I only have the one god.
It tells me that they created all creatures.
Only one? I have many.
I meant the Red Prince only has one.
No, not really. He has many.
Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
He doesn't worship Lucian.
No, but he's only the lizard god.
Yeah, but there's other gods. He recognizes them. Generally speaking, the only monotheists in this game are the people who worship Lucian.
Snorting option.
If you want legends, you shouldn't be reading a history book. Also, yes, I agree with that.
Of course you don't have any useful information. Why did I expect anything else? Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
Why are you so curious about the gods?
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book or respond to your questions.
What a dick. Alright. So, what do you think, Nicomini? Out of Losa, Sabile, Ifin, Beast, and Fane, which 3 do you like the most? Or which 2 do you like the least? I'll run in circles here for a second, if you can think about that, but not for too long.
Just go with your gut.
You will have more time to decide, so... Actually, I'll move on. You can think about that.
Register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far?
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely fine. Although I would say, ask if you'd be fine, collared like a dog and stuck in a ship's hold with a corpse and a murderer on the loose.
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
That's nothing like this type of collar.
Sorry you're upset, sir.
Oh, always be prepared for pop quizzes in this stream.
We all wear what we wear for a reason, huh? So what? You're just saying that I'm inherently more worthy of wearing this collar than you? I might be down for that.
You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
William,
Sushi's top 3 are the bard, the nerd, and the dwarf.
who's the... Oh, the Fane?
Fade's definitely the nerd. Did
Yeah.
you see him?
You spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters.
Uh-oh.
They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So one thing that I will say that isn't immediately apparent here, but you're supposed to make the connection, but just in case you missed it, this woman is the woman from the cutscene. That old lady with the apples.
The one apple and the drop of source, the one who was narrating.
Mm-hmm, yeah. That's this person.
You murdered that poor fella. Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
What a name.
And looks you straight in the eye.
Oh, hi!
There are others whose lives must end.
Like mine?
The woman's mad.
That's true.
You there, sorcerer. Go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shatter hands and feet.
Address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant by, there are others whose lives must end. Is that a threat, bitch? You want to fight?
Your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
Boop! Gone. Fuck!
about to create a scene.
Hell yeah. This ain't a scene. It's a war zone.
Subdue her men quickly. If she casts source, the void worker will come. They'll end us all.
Sorry, that was a Scene Kid reference. Or Fallout Boy reference.
Oh, okay. I half got it, but I was paying attention to chat.
Oh shit. Source blast. Oh, everything's on fire now.
I've even been knocked down, and now you've been knocked out. Now shit's going down.
Oh, I can't see. It's smoky, and it
Loot
burns my
everything.
eyes. Steal everything that I can steal.
Except for the cheese. You have no use for cheese.
This controller's a little funky.
I'm used to playing with a controller, so I can't speak to that.
Yeah, it's hard to find like little individual items on stuff.
Wendigo is a Native American thing, but I don't think they spelled it the same. I think it was just a coincidence, maybe.
No, it's a reference to it. It is referencing the Native American Wendigo because Wendigos are...
Cannibals?
They're not cannibals. They're just flesh-eating, consuming... It's kind of like Saturn, you know, like, just eats everything. They're just, like, consumed by
But
endlessly
they,
consuming.
As far as I know, they become Wendigos.
By committing cannibalism, yes.
Yes.
Yes, that is how you would become a cannibal.
Or become a Wendigo.
Or, yeah, wait, yeah, sorry. I goofed that up. There's the dwarf! Are you alive?
Faint thud, thud, thud. He's alive, but only just.
Okay, so he's good. And there's Ifin. Let's go check on him.
Eyes motionless, curled on the
His HP isn't 0.
under his shaggy hair. You can see green eyes fluttering as
Ooh, he's got bright green
a
eyes.
low whine escapes.
I've got green eyes.
Sushi approves.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes flicker open, but he doesn't register your presence at all.
Lucian.
Lucian,
Lucian.
Now, why is he saying that?
That's a very good question, if you know who Lucian is. Which I did explain a little bit, but that's information that's accessible in the first game.
Oh, yeah.
Not the final dark. Not yet.
The final dark? I'll get you out of here if I can.
Your words do not seem to reach him.
Just carry her.
The dice rolled out. They're rolling for me.
I do wish a little bit that you could always come into a game knowing shit, and I could always come into a game not knowing anything. Be fun to stream that way.
And here's Losa.
But her eyes are wide open, like those of a corpse.
Oh, wow.
Grayish black clouds swirl through them.
Interesting. Her eyes are wide open and they're totally black. No, no, no. Okay. So
His
you're...
voice acted a bit oddly.
Yeah, very.
Instead of being like in the throes of nightmares, then it's just like she was chiding a child.
And then we've got... Oh, all the Magisters are dead. Look at this. Interesting. We have a little storytelling through environmental work here. And there's a broken source collar that I can pick up now without stealing. And then there's some pants.
Pants? Are they better than your pants?
Yeah.
Are you even wearing pants, you
No.
lizard boy?
I'm basically naked.
Oh, you're burning now.
And a chunk of flesh that I can save for later and figure out what happened. And then we have over here the person that put the collar on me. Oh.
Lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Can I stab you?
The Magister lies on...
Not yet?
Actually, I think if I go to actions, attack, I can kill her.
Oh, wow, do it. I don't think I've seen this. Just attacking with your fucking claws.
Because fuck you, bitch. I don't like you.
Aw, nothing to loot.
Nope. But I feel better about it. Collar me. Oh, can't go up that way. I need to find another way out of this boat. How am I gonna do that? That's a good question. I'm gonna have to look around. Oh, it's leaking. That's not reassuring. We're gonna die.
If you don't do something quick.
I'm working on it. Well, I guess I can go back where I came from and go up that way. There was a staircase over here.
I've never been on a ship this big, ever.
Can't open that door.
Yet.
I don't start with lockpicking, so no.
Fane does, because he's got a freaking bone finger that he can just use.
Yeah, he is a skeleton key.
Har, har.
Ooh, paintings. Those are valuable. Steal everything. Take everything that's not nailed down.
Murder hobo. You've murdered and you've looted. You're a murder hobo now.
I have killed absolutely zero. Well, okay, one person.
Told you. You could just attack that door until it broke open.
I could. A long branch, a pumpkin, or a knockdown arrow. I'll take the
Knockdown
arrow.
arrows are super useful.
Yeah, that's good.
Sushi says they saw a streamer once where it was a pair of them, and every time they died, they swapped off, and one of them had played Dark Souls before, and one of them knew nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do something like that with the game.
Sure, if I die, you can take over.
Not doing that with this game, because we both know shit. Maybe if you do Shadowrun.
I don't think Shadowrun would be a very
Conducive?
conducive game
Yeah.
for that, yeah. Oh,
Why
wait.
was the door greasy?
That is a good question. Here's a better question.
Why does this door have a skull on it?
Yeah, why has this door got skull marked?
The door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You recognize the symbol immediately for what it is. A warning of death fog within.
Was there
Death. Fog.
Was there death fog in the first game?
No.
Yes, the doctor. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but simply grey. The crimson drains from your hand, and you are left numb. It doesn't budge.
Oh.
Oh, can't go in there.
Yet.
Not that I would want to. To be perfectly honest, knowing what's actually in there. I need water. Well, there is no water, so I guess I'm gonna have to run through the fire. Ouch! Move. Go. There. Ugh. Put the fire out. There we go. What's up, Fane? Why are you not passed out?
Face to face with an undead.
An undead.
And a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead.
Interesting.
The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of cranny famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
Well, we recommended to him earlier.
Yeah.
He likes our Goodreads account.
And he took his mask off.
No. What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree?
Why would you write books, you idiots?
It catches fire. It turns into must when wet. It cannot even resist acid.
Why would it need to resist acid?
Everything should be carved on stone like we did it in the Stone Age, obviously.
It's also inefficient.
But it lasts for a lot longer.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or something?
I guarantee you, Death of Og is not just somebody let one rip and let it go.
Shouldn't you be doing the same?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his lord.
Oh, like I haven't been at the bottom of the ocean before.
I know your god did not gift you with much, and kindly used the little you were given.
Fuck off.
Look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown. Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. Dark robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor,
I will simply walk to shore.
I mean, he's got a point. I mean, I'm a lizard. I just swim. What do I care?
whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over.
I suppose.
Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So, try to avoid that, perhaps.
Aw, I think he likes us.
The skeleton resumes his search, leading through page after page, while punching on the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
Yeah, well, hope your book doesn't get too wet that you can't read it anymore.
What is happening with your...
Nerd! My phone has the volume up. Something I generally attempt to avoid and will now correct.
Especially since you have people trying to contact you 24/7.
Usually.
You know, like 300
Oh, I'm in a
people.
fight! Oh, that guy's
person's
dead!
Not in a fight anymore.
That guy's dead.
What is this, the Kraken?
Okay, so how do I use... Okay, so that's how I select targets. How do I select different attacks?
Why?
Is it Y? Aha. Dragon's Blaze. That's not gonna work. So let's see. How much does that cost?
You can't use,
Only
you can
one.
use Dragon's Blaze.
Yeah, it only costs one.
The
So-
green and red dots with the blank dots is how many action points you have.
Yes. So green dots shows you how the red shows you how much it's going to cost to do what you're choosing to do, and the green's how much you'll have left. So I can move here, but if I move here now, it costs 2, and the breath only costs 1. So if I move here and not step in the poison like a dumbass, I can go. Let's go there. And now I can select this, and now I can burn them alive because I'm a dragon.
And you're gonna set that poison on fire.
And now they have
There's elemental combination type stuff in this game too.
And then how do I end my turn?
X?
Nope. I guess I have to do something else.
I know you can just end your turn.
I guess I'll cast haste on myself. That's a good idea.
Hold B to end turn. There we go. You can do that at any time.
Ew. Yes, walk through the fire and burn yourself to death.
You don't have a lot of health left.
Nope, I do not.
Was that a health potion on your bar?
Yes, it is. And now I can attack.
Apparently, the nerd bug in Hollow Knight complains about the rain ruining Spider Silk books, and how that only left stone
Wow,
carvings.
I died.
I told you should have used a health potion.
Yeah, I should also equip a weapon of some kind, I suppose.
Would a branch be better than your claws?
How do I even equip a weapon with the controller? I haven't used this before.
You have. You played with a controller with me.
Equipment. Yeah, let's use a makeshift club. That'll work. And then I guess I should equip those pants.
Improve your defense by like 100%.
Yeah, from 0 to 1. Alright. Let's try that again. Okay. I'm still dead set on this being the best attack option.
No, I agree. It's a AoE.
But now I shall use an AP to
Retreat!
move back.
Maybe now they can't get to you. Shouldn't you use haste?
No, I couldn't move and use haste.
Oh, okay.
But what I can do now, since I have a weapon, is actually do some fucking damage. As opposed to just hitting people with my claws.
Still use haste.
Yeah. Now I can cast haste on myself.
Hasted? Doesn't that give you more AP
Yes, it gives
for
me
like
more AP.
3 turns?
Yes. I need a shield to really take advantage of it, but with the abilities that I have. And then I should probably loot all these guys. Ooh, a
Yeah,
fireball
fireball.
skull. That's pretty good.
That's as good as you think it is.
It's very powerful. Okay, those guys don't have anything on them. What do you have? Not
Gold.
much.
Not even a significant amount of gold.
And I'll take this healing potion, because I am a little low on health, and I could probably stand to recover a bit of that.
So explain. Okay, I know there's a red bar, a gray bar, and a blue bar, right?
Yes.
What the red bar is your health. The gray bar
Correct.
is your like shield, like your defensive stuff. What's the blue bar?
So the gray bar is your armor,
Armor.
and the blue bar is your magic armor. It's your defense against magic attacks.
Ah, okay. I never remember that being a thing, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, and so depending on your strength, you can throw objects further.
Telekinesis helps our character too.
Yes, I'm pretty good at chucking objects at decent length, so this takes me a lot less time
And
than it
imagine
would in
chucking
normal
a barrel 3 times your body length. That's a long way.
Mm-hmm. Up a staircase, by the way.
And it's full of water, that makes it even heavier.
Mm-hmm. There we go. And now I can come up here and get a little hot. But I can get a wand and another spell.
Well, you're gonna be
some
primarily a
gold.
spellcaster or primarily a warrior
Both.
type thing? Spell sword?
All my characters will be, generally speaking, both.
Sushi likes spell swords.
Mhm.
And the hex blades, you know, anything that's both mage and
Yep.
like soldier type thing.
Oh, that's a big tentacle. Smashy doom. Dwarves don't count as children. I'm sorry, my friend. Yes, we do. You yellow-bellied coward! I'll go down there and do it myself. Ah, you'll be fine. Shut up.
Here's that ladder she talked about.
Mm-hmm. To battle. Wait, wrong way.
Isn't there gonna be roly-polies in here?
Yep. But everybody else wakes up. So let's see here. So I can spend 1 AP and move over here. And then I can attack.
Yep.
And then end my turn.
You don't want to haste?
Nah, not right now.
Wait, does your AP stack between turns?
Yeah, so he carries over.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that. I'm used to Star Realms.
I also knew that he was going to do that, so I wasn't too worried about it. The other characters are pretty strong, just like I am. I don't have to do a whole lot right here. I'm mainly just kind of here just to get them out of here and, I don't know, grab their attention and tell them, hey, here's a ladder.
So, Sushi says, I am bisexual. Don't expect me to choose between arcane might and martial prowess. I just want to be mediocre at both. You know what? I feel you.
Nonsense. I want to be excellent at everything. Except for possibly,
Making pasta.
advanced programming.
I put pasta making as my dump stat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody over here, please don't run through the fire. Losa, damn it. Now you all owe me. That's what this was representing. I'm the prince. I saved you. Now you all owe me a favor.
Now everyone's wet. They love you that much.
Yeah,
They're already horny for bae.
That's right. You all want my lizardness. Uh-oh.
That looks bad.
Woo! That's a big thing.
Cutscene time. We don't get too many of these cutscenes.
Nope. I'm gonna use the restroom and grab another drink. I'll be right back.
Alright.
Entertain the guests.
I want to entertain them. The scene would entertain them. Look at this. This is awesome. Who is talking? It sounds like multiple voices talking. Don't call me child. I am a prince.
What
the fuck is this?
Sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. But soon some escaped, broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the boyhood. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity. I judge Horizon.
I think he comes up later.
Yeah, I'm gonna murder that cocksucker.
You're gonna murder, like, most of the government officials.
It's almost like they're bad people. And they deserve it.
Your controller's really flashing right now. It's kind of giving me a migraine, actually.
I do like this controller. It's cool. I like it.
Show it to the camera. Show it the invisible bits. Or the transparent bits.
Huh?
Show the transparent bits to the camera.
Oh, okay. It's a Sisu controller, like the old Game Boy colors. It's kind of cool.
I had a Game Boy Color like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was purple transparent, not transparent. I don't remember, though.
Oh, look, a statue of Brachus Rex. So that's something from the first game.
Wasn't he... If I remember correctly, Brachus Rex was dead in the first game, and then he wasn't, and then he was again.
To put it shortly, yeah, Brachus Rex was the old Source King. So he was the most famous first king to use Source to control his kingdom. And then he killed all of his subjects and turned them into the undead. And was murdered by people who then became the Order of Source Hunters, which is kind of like a reference to like the old witch hunters and stuff. And in the first game, you are Source Hunters. And then Brachus Rex gets brought back from the dead and you have to kill him. So this is a statue of Brachus Rex on an island that's supposed to be a prison. That's weird. Why is this here? That looks old and very detailed.
King, sorcerer, and scholar. Not quite a gentleman.
Definitely
Yes.
agree with not a gentleman.
Yeah, kind of a dick bag.
The child has a small mirror in his hand.
Hello, small
He
child.
holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his side.
I'm not supposed to talk to lizards.
Racist.
Tell him he should heed what he learned. He ought to avoid addressing his superiors directly, or tell him that's a pity. Considered a famed storytellers. Should I be a dick bag, or should I be...
Lizard.
Okay.
Really? Like, what kind of stories?
Tell him you know of an excellent one about a dragon king. He ruled vast lands and married a beautiful elf princess. Or, you could recount the tales of Visha, a famed lizard adventurer who slew a 7-headed snake of Aurum. That one sounds more cool.
But does he want cool or does he want romantic?
I don't know. He's a little boy. I'm gonna go with the cool one. Yeet the child into the ocean. No! That is probably what the Red Prince would likely do.
7-headed snake. That sounds scary.
Right?
I hear it anyway.
Sure.
You tell the tale of Fisher, but despite your best efforts, you notice that your knowledge of legends and monsters is somehow upsetting.
I told you should have gone with the romantic. He was looking at himself in a mirror.
One of those guys that brings the bad void things here.
Yeah, and judging by the fact that you're wearing the same color as me, so are you.
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his
As I blink each eye independently.
eyes.
Oh, that's a cool skill. I can only wink one eye. It's not even creepy when you do it as a person.
I know, but as a lizard, it's a little creepier.
Wrong or crazy.
They are wrong and crazy.
But not for what you're thinking, small child.
Yeah, but you should also run along. It's not safe out here.
Better here than inside.
Why is that? Yeah, there's also Void Woken out here.
He didn't die.
Alright. That's my one sneeze for the stream. If I sneeze anymore, you can go ahead and slap my wrist. I said anymore.
Why aren't you scared of Void Woken, Tam?
Yes, I am. But it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary.
That's how I feel as an anxious person.
I mean, that's how you should feel as a reasonable person. Everything is scary, if you think about it.
Is here scary? You know what? We do have a mysterious blinking light in the bedroom, so yes, here is also scary.
You never know.
This place is haunted.
Anywhere I live is probably haunted by at least 20 things.
When I first moved out of the college dorms, I used to remember we had a ghost named Yukiko that liked to sharpen the knives in the sink.
Yeah.
Aw, I'm just jealous. So she can wink each eye independently and raise each eyebrow independently.
Nice.
I can't do the eyebrow thing at all on either side. But I guess I've never really
I can't
tried.
battering ram over there. So we are going to haste myself.
He's...
Then we're going to spend 1 AP of movement to get about right... How far can I get?
You
How
can go
I
about
extend
7
this?
meters.
Right there, yeah. As you improve your speed stat, the amount of meters you get per AP increase. And then we are going to...
I remember being able to go a ludicrous amount.
Oh, yeah. We've hit ludicrous speed, sir! God damn it. It's a Spaceballs reference.
Oh yeah, I got that. I love Spaceballs. You should also watch Spaceballs. Does that count as a bad movie? Can we watch that for bad movie night? Does it count as a bad movie?
It counts as a so bad it's good movie, but then again, so's Monty Python. But they're really just good nowadays, to be honest.
Yeah. When they're meant to be that way.
Yeah, okay.
And for Halloween, I'm pretty sure we're going for specifically horror movies that are really bad.
Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
All on the same turn.
Yeah.
These bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay.
Clearly, the Magisters are not doing their job.
Yeah, well, you're at a bay right now, right?
I am offended by their inefficiency at their work. Ooh, a resurrection scroll. That's highly valuable. And an apple. A healing potion. And some money. I'll take those.
Maybe you'll get a blood mage out of the resurrection scroll like we did in my game. Not in our game of Divinity, to be clear. My game of D&D 3.5.
Yeah. If only.
Use the shorts, she says.
Squirrel! It is a
Sir Laura.
squirrel riding an undead cat.
Oh, I've never seen it do the tail thing.
I can't speak to it yet, so I'll have to pick up that trait when I can. Crafty weaponry. Die by the sword. I'll take that.
Wow. Apparently Sushi's seen more of Spaceballs than Star Wars, but has never seen a complete movie of either.
I do recommend watching all of Spaceballs. That is legitimately funny.
I watched Spaceballs before I watched Star Wars, and it was still funny, so you don't have to watch Star Wars to get it.
A herald of wisdom in my homeland. How fortuitous.
Yeah, now I have a cat and a squirrel riding an undead cat. Also both following me. How peculiar.
Happy Halloween!
Does this technically count as a Halloween game then?
No. If they were more central to the plot or anything. Ooh, dig.
Oh yeah, so, little note here. This is not immediately apparent. But all the other characters that you can pick are incapable of digging in the ground.
Unless you have a shovel, I think?
You have to have a shovel. But because I'm a lizard person, I don't need shovels. I'm a giant lizard. I can just do this.
One is to reap the proper reward.
So he can just dig it up with his claws in his hand. Nobody else can do that.
Leather armor! Yay!
And the Darling Bow for my second favorite character.
Oh yeah, you can trade equipment between characters to make it more useful.
There we go. It's this button. There we go. Equipment. And I just got a nice piece of armor that I can wear to improve my AC.
The crafting is not gross in this game, but I think in the first, either in this game or the first game, the crafting was incomplete.
It's in this game, Larian Studios kind of dropped the ball. So there's a long conversation to be had about that. I don't want to get too deep into it, but essentially in the first game, the crafting system was very good. It was very deep and rich and complex, but not complicated.
It was intuitive.
Yes. In this game, they didn't ever finish it, and they never patched it to be finished. There is a fan-made mod to properly craft in this game. I am not playing a modded version of this game. I'm just playing the release version of the game. You do not need to craft to beat this game. You did not need to craft to beat the first game. Crafting is an option in the first game. It's just not an option in this one, so I'm not going to pick up crafting items or deal with that. Also, as a stream, spending a lot of time crafting and looking up recipes and dealing with that kind of stuff is not as interesting, so I'm not worried about it. I didn't upload the mod for the crafting in this version. If I'm going to stream it, I'm just not going to go into that. So, but if you do like crafting, there is a very well made Steam community mod for crafting in this game that does work. It does fix it. It will not crash the game. And it's endorsed by the developers. They helped with it and talked with the people who are making it. So Larian Studios is very good at working with the fan community, and they're one of my favorite game developers in the past couple years. So that's all I got to say about that.
So Sushi asked a very good question about your lizard ancestry, and
What's that?
so they want to know if, because you're a red lizard, if you're weak to cold. No, but we did choose a demonic, feature that makes him weak to water.
I will say this. This is all I will say. The Red Prince is a prince, and he is red, and being red is weird because he is the only lizard that is red for a reason. That's it.
Then I'll get more into that later.
They do
hopefully.
explain all of that, yes, and we will get into that. But,
It has to do with the House of Dreams, I think.
well, so the Lizard Society, and you'll get into some of this later, is divided into the House of War, the House of Dreams, I think it's like the House of, I don't know, diplomacy, leadership, government, or some
Merchants?
crap.
House
Yeah,
of Merchants, I
the
think?
House of Merchants is another one, yeah, like Commerce, the House of Commerce. So there's basically, 4 sects, and then there's, a talked about but not really confirmed,
House of Assassins?
House of Shadows. And so that becomes a big part too, because the Red Prince was born from the House of War, and a bunch of people tried to kill him. And
Are still trying to kill him.
Yes, and that's how he ended up here. And we'll get into that here in a second, but for now, let's figure out what this place is and why we're here.
And stay silent.
Dallas
Our God
the Hammer. Our God Woken. What's a God Woken?
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
Bishop Alexander.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing
Ooh, a lizard.
of escapees.
One of my people.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister. Whatever she may ask.
As the Red Prince, I shall command the kin to disobey. She stands above the petty laws of the slave folk.
That's a bit much.
Where's your lizard pride? Stand up.
Stay silent, lizard.
Fuck you.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root.
Oh, she cut her tongue out anyways.
Shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She groans.
Stand up for yourself.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa.
I'm disappointed in you too, but
Only son,
I respect your decision.
bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us save it, then you will help the void destroy it.
Really? And you're sure that you know the reason to stop people from being consumed by the void, huh?
Yes, Your Holiness.
I believe we're done.
Well, you can't even say it.
What are you doing to her? Oh, she just exploded. No, oh, I can't even go and look at it. I can't get close to you? Why? You don't want me to get close to you? What's your problem, huh, bitch?
Take the leg.
I did take the leg. Well,
The leg is valuable later.
hey, you know what Sabine said, right?
Mm-hmm.
The truth is only skin deep, but I don't lick and tell.
Unless we're really close. Like I got you wet close.
Ooh.
I find that I'm in trouble.
We all got wet. We were cast into the ocean by a giant kraken. What's up, Iffin?
Your grace to you. Help me teach this beast. He must respect. If not, it comes for you next.
Respect. Someone's got to keep this place running. Griff can't do it.
Griff from Red vs. Blue, the orange guy. I have a plan. I call it the Griff Cannon.
I haven't watched that much Red vs. Blue.
Revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred arms. You recognize it.
What's up, Iffin?
Well, you met aboard the ship on the way here. Just stand aside, monster, mate. This is no business of yours.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
That's right, Iffin.
Lone wolves, you said.
Mm-hmm.
You're a
The
wolf.
thug
I am.
in fear for a moment before shuffling back to the protection of his crony.
Flirting.
Cronyism.
No one shorts Griff, especially not one of you.
Okay, apparently she saw a clip from Monogatari where the vampire loli ate an entire leg and her cheeks took a comedic whole leg shape.
Yeah.
I've never seen Monogatari. The
And
only
yes, Overlord does have some lizard folk bits. Ruby episodes. Not only Rooster. Yeah. That's the only Rooster Teeth thing you've seen, really? I mean, Ruby's pretty good, so I'll give you that. Watch the original, 2 seasons of Red vs. Blue. It's pretty funny. I do love that.
I saw some of the stuff from the later Red vs. Blue, and I like seeing it because that's when, what was his name,
Oh,
The-
they really, made, a whole storyline out of it. It's not just, slapstick humor.
Well, yeah, well, I was saying with the animator.
Yeah.
What's his name? I don't remember. I think it was something
Oh, the dude that passed away?
Yeah, the dude that
Yeah.
passed away, unfortunately.
That made Ruby and did a lot of
He made the first parts of Ruby. He was a creative. He was
He was
the creator.
He
of
was
Ruby.
the main
Co-creator.
he was the main choreographer for the fight scenes in Ruby, and then he did the fight scenes later in Red vs. Blue because he didn't get brought on, so Red vs. Blue had been around
like 6.
for a while and got really popular, and then they wanted to like make Red vs. Blue more awesome, and it really goes in a cool direction, but you can't appreciate the later Red vs. Blue stuff unless, of course, you know
The gritty origins.
the gritty nonsense of the stupid characters.
And, and part of why I appreciate Red vs. Blue, despite not seeing much of it, and part of what made me want to watch it, is knowing things like the creators were so into it. The original, 3 to 5 people were so into it that they, almost broke an Xbox controller. An Xbox controller!
Oh, yeah.
From frustration at trying to record one of these scenes.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Bungie Studios, the actual creators of Halo,
Did they
because
incorporate an entire sport into a Halo game because of Red vs. Blue?
they did more than that. They gave Rooster Teeth the source code to the game engine to make their videos. And they did that before they agreed to sell to Microsoft. Because Microsoft was like, we're going to buy you, you're an Xbox exclusive, we're going to incorporate your company and then absorb you and then take control of the Halo franchise. So the original creators of Halo and the Bungie Corporation gave the source code to Rooster Teeth basically for free to let them have creative control over how they made those videos without any fret or fear of being sued by Microsoft. And that was part of the deal. So that's one of the big reasons why I really like Red vs. Blue, because the people who made the game were like, yes, we love this. Please save us from our corporate overlords.
Sushi says they've never played a Halo, and while I can basically say the same, I can also say the first video game controller I ever held was an Xbox controller, and I tried to play multiplayer Halo, but I was 3 years old, and I actually remember this. I can remember being 3 years old. I didn't know how the game worked well enough. I didn't try and kill other people. I was just going in circles and being like, this looks cool.
I mean, it was fun. I mean, Halo... There is one thing that Halo added to sci-fi, and this is the last little point I'll make before we move on with the game, is the concept of a ring world. Because we've talked about in the scientific community for many years how to create artificial gravity and make a place for us to live. And the only way that we can replicate gravity in space is through centrifugal force, and that's how, a lot of things that we do and work with in space are based around. And so, essentially, to create a rotating ring would technically work, we just don't have nearly the resources or power to create what the Halo in Halo is. It's like a ring rotating around a sun. It's immense. The concept of what that thing is mathematically would work. It's just the amount of metal and resources that would be required to build that are so astronomically ridiculous that, if you were a physics nerd or a science nerd and then you played that game and you realized what you were standing on in the original game about halfway through the game when they finally explain what you're looking at and it finally sets in and clicks, you were just like, oh no, who built this and why are they not here anymore? This is bad. Making that's the concept of a precursor race. How do you make a precursor race sound believable? Make it do something so stupid that we know that it could be possible that even we can go, there's no way we could do it, and then do that. That's cool sci-fi. So that's one of the big things that Halo brought to the sci-fi community that was neat, I'll say. So anyways, with Iffin here, I'm gonna go team up with Iffin and tell this thug to back off. We got big scary Wolfman with his scarred up arms So,
Have I ever told you how often I forget you have tattoos? Like, I just,
Yeah.
I'm just blind to them because I'm so used to them.
yeah. I'm a little tatted up. But, I'm gonna stand next to him.
Up and down, sizing up your combined.
Yeah, you wanna fight Scary Wolf Dude and Giant Red Lizard Man? I don't think so. Little human.
Ah, get out of here. The both of you. You ain't worth the sweat on my brow anyhow.
Yeah, likely
Sure we were.
excuse.
The elf smiles and bows to you in
Also, I can breathe fire.
More can trouble us. Where is a safe place?
Watching your mom get really salty in Mario.
Yeah, he talks about his mom getting salty at games a lot. Like, she'd get salty at Mario. And,
Shit, I wish my mom played Mario.
it's not too late. Also, I'd like to point out, it's really cool how the leather armor goes on the prince's tail and stuff.
Oh yeah, all the armor goes on the tail of the lizard people. It is one of my favorite things about the character.
amidst a crowd of screws, bolts, and scraps of metal. The woman is manipulating a glove-like contraption.
Glove-like contraption, huh? That's important. Remember that.
Fitted with long metal screws. She's trying to be Wolverine.
Oh, you seem like, say you're near in here and I'd like to make your acquaintance. Or, no, you seem pretty handy. Perhaps you can sell me something useful.
Grin cracks her stony face.
Sure thing.
Hey, ooh, resurrection scrolls, those are expensive.
Knockdown arrows!
Ooh, dimensional bolt, conjure
Oh,
incarnate.
you have to, like, buy all your spells in this game.
Yes, you do. Repair
And then you have to
hammers.
actually have the capability to learn them.
I don't have enough money to buy any of these things, but glad we met. Okay, I can be friends with you later.
Hey,
what's,
Ken's here again.
what's up, Ken?
He's playing through Baldur's Gate 3 right now.
Yeah, made by Larian Studios, the same people who made this game, dude. I am excited to play that. I know it's in the alpha, so I really want to get into it. You have to talk to me about that, because I will stream that, and you can join me on the stream if you want. We'll play it together. But I really want to get into that. Yeah, no spoilers for now. I mean, it's D&D. What are you gonna spoil for me? Oh,
Don't spoil it for me. I'm the one who has to deal with the spoilers.
you got an illithid in your brain? Gee, I wonder what's gonna happen. Like, I can figure that out pretty clearly, but like, I don't care if I know where it's going. I just want to know how well they do it, and I know they're gonna do it well because Larian kills it.
I saw the trailer for the, like, behind-the-scenes thing, and it seemed like they put a lot of thought into the multiplayer, especially.
Yeah. Well, message me on Facebook if you want to talk about any specific Baldur's Gate 3 stuff.
I've never
But,
played a Baldur's Gate game in my life, either.
You don't remember Hamster Pocket, dude?
No. I
Done
thought,
with
okay,
you.
can I be real with you? The Baldur's Gate and the game I'm playing on my stream, Bastion, I used to get their names confused all the time, so I never played Baldur's Gate.
I'm pretty sure Bastion was made many years after the Baldur's Gate game.
Listen, I get show up late to every anime, every TV show, every movie, and every video game.
Yeah.
Except for Undertale. I played Undertale
yeah.
before it was released.
Yes, I agree. You can't talk about a D&D game without bringing up Neverwinter Nights, and that is very important. And I'm glad you said that, because that's what I wanted to see, and that's what I'm most hopeful for. Whenever you bring D&D into any type of a system, it's going to be a problem to translate it into a video game, because it's not made for a video game. So I'm curious how they did with that. But if you want to see how the studio that made Baldur's Gate 3 makes games on their own, watch this. You'll enjoy it. It's pretty fun, and you can participate and, join in with my decision-making process. If you guys want to tell me to do something, shout it out.
We'll have to give him like 10 seconds to respond, though.
The fan rolls his sleeves back now. He nods at you, the shadow of a smile on his lips.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you've got chops. Say,
You should buy the Divinity series.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
He grips your hand tight as a vice and shakes it hard.
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you could use someone to watch yours.
Hell yeah, I could.
I just got a small errand to run.
Oh, really?
And then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here while I've still got a neck to collar. How about we stick together until we get out of this place?
Yeah, the real-time stuff for Neverwinter is not good. Neverwinter is a turn-based thing, and you can always pause it, which was a good compromise on that system. That's one of the biggest things I liked about Neverwinter Nights, was that it was never required to be full-time. You didn't have to panic at any point. And you could...
Oh, so it's sort of like how people play Faster Than Light.
Yes, FTL, yeah. And they did a fantastic job with making that game as true. Neverwinter Nights is the original Neverwinter Nights, not Neverwinter Nights 2. Fuck that game. The original Neverwinter Nights is the truest to the actual D&D system you will ever get in a video game. And they were very adamant about that. That was not popular and did not sell well, so they had to sell the company.
Oh.
But as a diehard D&D fan, that game will always be the best D&D game I've ever played.
I don't know if I own Neverwinter Nights or not. Say, hey Sushi, do I own that game?
Yeah, and Baldur's Gate did that too, and that was a little more popular back in the older days because Baldur's Gate predates Neverwinter Nights. But you couldn't... I don't know, like, just with the way that they displayed things and how you moved around and how they could tell story, it was more like a text adventure almost. And there was some other difficulties and compromises they had to do. It just... And the characters were kind of goofy. I mean, again, I bring up this a lot. Hamster Pocket, man.
Ken brings up that 33 hours in is a perfect game for you. Baldur's Gate 3, that is.
Yeah.
And if you love Neverwinter Nights, then it's the Neverwinter Nights 2 we should have got.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Neverwinter Nights 2 had a cool story, but they broke from the base 20 system that made...
Oh, no!
Yeah, it was no longer D&D. It was just its own game. Like, you can't make a D&D game and not actually use the math and the character building and the stats and
The math
prestige
is so
quests.
important in this nerdy fucking system.
Yeah. We're
Of
nerds.
course we make it mathy.
Yeah. And so, like, and Neverwinter Nights was very good at that originally, and then Neverwinter Nights 2, and they sold it to Obsidian, who was then bought by EA, and EA took him out back behind the woodshed like they did to every company that they bought, and capped him in the back of the head and threw him into the fucking corpse pile.
That was a really vivid image. So, Iffin's got an errand to run.
Sorry. An errand? Tell him that sounds slippier than a Voidwoken's eel. You're keen to get out of here. How does he think it'll happen? So you're pretty comfortable here, son, seeing Sam. It's a good life.
For a lizard.
You know, I'm in prison. I'm wearing literal rags, and I have a magical collar around my neck that'll probably chop my head off if I do something wrong. Or, what did he mean by the lone wolves? What are they? What do you think, guys?
Yeah, what should we say?
BioWare was a good company. What should I say to Iffin here?
We're not walking away, though. I'm going to say that.
No, yeah. I'm going to say, my choice, I'd like to be keen to get out of here.
My choice is I want to know about the lone wolves.
Lone wolves, that's a good option.
Because when we played through this together a long time ago and almost beat the game but didn't quite, there was a lot about the lone wolves and they were important.
Yeah. The only
To
way
Iffin
you
specifically.
The only way you really understand the lone wolf storyline is if you're playing Hiffin.
I think Ken wants to go with your option.
Okay. We'll do that. Keen to get out of here. How do you think it'll happen?
Usual way. Haphazard, terrifying, and drenched in blood.
Alright.
I haven't quite worked out the details yet, but I'll wager it'll be no worse than what'll happen if we stay put.
Valid.
I love you, Iffin. You're my bro.
Better than one. And when push comes to shove, 4 fists are better than 2, right?
Yep.
He grins, sharp teeth glittering in the midday sun.
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Should keep more of our blood in.
That's always good. Our blood stays in, their blood comes out.
Survival's my main priority.
Hit them, don't get hit.
To keep us alive. But if a wayfarer is not what you're after, I've got other skills. What do you need?
That sounds perfectly fine to me. And also, on your note, Nekomini, KOTOR, fantastic game. It is a bit dated. The controls and graphics could use a massive update. KOTOR 1 is better than KOTOR 2, I will say. But it strongly needs the convenience updates just to make the gameplay a little smoother and improve the loop. That was like BioWare's glory days, though. Honestly, KOTOR 1 was one of the best BioWare games ever made. Jade Empire was... Yeah, BioWare did some great stuff. Jade Empire was really fun. That was like them trying to make KOTOR a fighting game and then make it like based off of Chinese mythology. And the Chinese mythology is really fun, but like the fighting game aspect of it needed a lot of work. The original KOTOR is a solid game. It's a great story, and it has influenced the Star Wars fan base so heavily that Disney is now actually seriously considering making Revan canon in the Star Wars cinematic universe. And that the next Star Wars movie that they want to make is going to include Revan. So...
I haven't seen the last Star Wars movie yet.
Yeah, that is something that could be a really good turn for Star Wars going forward in movies or TV shows or whatever they decide to do with it. I'm not too particular. It could go either way. I'm not really picky about that. But, you know,
have you seen any of the Star Wars TV shows?
Yeah, I have. But, Mandalorian. But, I would really like to see Revan get brought into that, but you know, that's Star Wars.
Can do. Onwards.
Onwards.
Scans the horizon for threats with one green eye, then nods back at you.
Right you are. Lead the way.
Always.
So I imagine your choices are going to be Ifin and Sybil.
Yes, I'm going to choose Sabine next, so I'm going to go do that. And then I'm going to let you guys pick between Losa, Beast, or Fane. I will say, if it was up to me, I would pick Losa. But it's up to you what you guys do. But I have to have Ifin and Sabine.
She is,
my bae.
She's a rogue.
No, she's not. She's a straight-up psychopathic murderer. Rogue implies that she steals. The only thing she's stealing is your life. She's a killer.
She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with every roll.
Do I kill him? Do I not? He loves me. He loves me not. Dead, alive, dead, alive.
Snake eyes.
Always snake eyes.
He's an unfortunate man indeed, to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze.
Why are you so enamored by that lizard? Do you not like lizard people?
No sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold.
Kinky.
You feel the tip of a long needle being pushed a little ways into your neck.
Hot.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking.
Tell her true. I am the Red Prince from the House of War. Prince of the Lizard People. You know, that person you were looking at? I'm his royalty.
A prince of the House of Slavers.
Uh-oh.
You just signed your own death warrant with that admission.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still all too deeply embedded in the side of your throat. Despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond features. A curiously shaped scar on her left cheek.
It's dawning on you, isn't it? Why I hate reptiles like you.
So now I have two unique options that only this character can respond to this with. I recognize the scar as a lizard slave mark, but it's not of my family's design. There's no reason for you to hate me, or tell her she won. She's in control of the master, but now she should back off before things really get out of hand. I'm gonna go with the, that is not my family's design, because that lizard was blue. He's from the House of Dreamers. I'm red.
You're the only red one, though.
Maybe she doesn't know that. But also, he is from the House of Dreamers. I'm from the House of War. We have different marks.
But I do, master, with the heat of a million.
I hate you with the burning passion of 1,000 burning suns. I love that line.
Straight up psychopathic murderer does indeed sound like a rogue. I have to agree with you, Sushi.
Right.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me mark my prey. You could warn him, save him, or kill him before I get my chance.
Can I talk to him and then let you kill him?
That makes you a liability. That makes you need a feed.
What if you're just fuel for the fire? I do breathe fire.
Never.
You don't shut up about that, do you?
It's like I'm a fire-breathing lizard. I would be proud of that. Can you breathe fire? Didn't think so. You know, I'm planning my escape, and I have need of people like you.
You're a slaver, Prince. Why would I chain my face to one like you freely, like I was once forced to?
Let's see. So I have a strength option. Say that despite the apparent irony, you're the only one strong enough to secure her freedom. With you by her side, she can make it back to the mainland. I don't think she's going to buy that option.
Personally, no.
Reason that with your wits and wiles combined, you could get her out of here. No one would expect the two of you to work together. Maybe. Tell her you think about it. What will she accomplish here? Nothing but a few hollow moments of vengeance? Your true destiny lies elsewhere. That's a decent option. Or, I could remind her that I saved her from certain death back on the ship because I chose to do that. The only reason I have this option is because I did that. So, you owe me a favor.
Yeah, I would also brag about fire breath if I had it.
Right, yeah.
Sushi's right.
Yeah.
I wish I had that ginger power.
Red hair does not denote fire breathing.
It does when you're a red lizard.
Yeah.
Red equals fire breathing.
But he's all red. What you need to do is get just get sunburned unbelievably across your entire body.
I have
for
gotten
days.
second-degree sunburns before, despite applying sunblock every 30 minutes. It was a terrible Renaissance fair. Okay, it was a great Renaissance fair, but I didn't like it afterwards.
Yeah. So you can breathe fire now, right? That's how that works?
Someone add the effects in post.
Yeah.
Okay, break time.
Editor, get on that. I'm just grabbing something to drink.
Okay.
Alright, you go for that. I'll keep going. Oh, man. I'm gonna pick this option here.
You did save me, didn't you?
Yeah, it is aggravating, isn't that?
Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push or pull?
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not.
You know what? Today is a lot of fun.
It is.
Sunshine and an easy breeze. Yes, I'll let you live. I'll even agree to travel with you, provided we talk to another lizard. The one I had my eye on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
Yes, the sun is a deadly laser. That's why it causes cancer.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she draws the needle from your neck and smiles, as if she just invited you to sit down for tea.
Let's discuss our respective roles then, shall we? You, me, and Death will be playing many a round of hide and seek. So, what role would you like me to play? As a rogue, my speciality is stealth, the quick silence of the dagger striking unseen. That said, I'm perfectly lethal, wielding any weapon or magic. So, the choice is yours.
You just keep doing what you're doing, girl.
Lead on, or better yet, let me take the lead.
Aggressive, assertive. I like that.
Then follow me.
You're not quite any sort of proximity, but at least she's on your side for the moment.
Now, one of the interesting things that I can do with Sabine now, that she's in my party, is because she's an elf, she can eat body parts and then remember what happened.
Like that one body part from the ship.
Uh-huh.
And the body part we got earlier from the person who said they weren't lying to Alexander the Bishop, or Bishop Alexander.
So if I go to Sabine and then go to inventory, I can now go over here. And so we have a chunk of flesh from the person who was murdered on the ship. And we have Atusa's leg, the lizard lady, that was murdered outside the front of Fort Joy. So we'll start with the chunk of flesh from the person who was murdered on the ship and see what happened.
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. His memories are yours to experience. You are Finn.
Finn.
Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met him.
Him? Who's him?
I have no idea who him is. I'd guess Lucian.
Yes.
Light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so hard you can barely use them. Suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. Her eyes are kind. She comes closer. She says she wants to talk. She reaches a hand toward you. You grasp it. The memories end. You are no longer free. You return to yourself with a jolt.
That dude got fucked.
She fucked.
Alright, what about Lizard Girl?
A single name throbs across your brain.
Virtus. Virtus. Virtus.
He must escape. He cannot die here. He cannot.
Who the fuck is Virtus? I have no recollections of that fucker, so that's gonna be interesting when we get there.
Alright, so
So who's to the fourth person be?
that's up to you guys.
Fane, the somehow not undead but nonetheless skeletal dude who looked like an elf initially. Beast, the pirate dwarf. Or Losa, the
Demon-possessed bard.
demon-possessed but nonetheless human bard. Making sure my chat. Oh.
By the old lady. Kinky.
Maybe you can find some places to dig while you're waiting. Or make more money. Sells,
I have things...
She sells by the seashore.
Yeah, I have things to do while I'm here in town before I pick up my fourth member.
Is that who I think it is?
Stingtail. What's up?
Are you
I'm
high?
your prince.
Am I awake? I think I need a pinch. Oh, no. Hold on. It's you.
Need some smoke?
He said you'd be red, but I didn't think so. So very red.
People say that about my hair, too.
I'm looking for a dreamer. Since you are a blue lizard, I know who you are.
Oh, yes. Of course you have, Prince of Princes.
Prince of
Yes,
Princes.
certainly. I need to bargain with you first, sire. I do, and do it.
I seek answers, not riddles.
My apologies, Prince. I'll be better momentarily. In 2 shakes of a lizard's tail. Yes. Then suddenly aroused, spark me. Swept at the graceful and awakening. Could not be certain. Is it really him? The very one I've been waiting for.
Yes, it is.
It is you. All rugged and ragged. Now the mighty have fallen.
Yes. I'll excuse that remark. But, or sarcastically remark, it's been an absolutely lovely journey downward. Now will you please get to the fucking point?
The they I spoke of, O Majesty, are my dreams, the brain born of sleep.
Oh, interesting.
I see you in my wondrous foggy fantasies, sire. They speak to me. They say that you are the one that will bring about the change. But there are those that oppose the change.
Who were they?
There are those that want you quite dead.
Who wants me dead? Why not? Well, you're a fat load of help. And why are you being so bloody... What is that word? Recalcitrant? Is that how you would say that?
Recalcitrant? I don't know. Never came across it before.
Yeah, that's one of those very
I can look up how to say it.
Yeah, one of those very rarely used words. Recalcitrant. I assume
Google.
that's how it's said.
How do you say recalcitrant? I'm gonna have to tape it, I guess. How do you say recalcitrant?
Blue is sus. Yeet him into space.
No. Damn it! I have to like pause the stream so I can make Google say it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna pick the recalcitrant option. For you.
For your life.
It's not actually pronouncing it for me.
Probably doesn't. Google probably doesn't even know what it is.
This is the very
X in the crux.
and matter.
Wow.
What we must speak of is
You're quite the
what we must speak
wordsmith.
very dangerous.
Okay. Why is it so
I
dangerous?
must know. I do not know when I'm awake. What I must tell you after the great sleep.
So you're telling me I got a dream with you? You want to sleep? Are you hitting on me? Are you coming on to me?
And an honor it will be, your highness.
Ooh, how risque.
All you need to do is whisper. Take us by the hand.
Is this a metaphor and I missed it? Is this a euphemism? Are they actually sexing each other?
You know, I think it's probably none of those things.
They're just
but
doing drugs together?
they are sleeping together. They're probably cuddling each other. You know, they're just
Wrapping our tails around
they're
each
just
other.
extra progressive. You know, it's their cloacas might be touching. We don't know what's happening there.
Apparently Gilgamesh was gayer.
He's pretty gay. Which, you know, hell yeah, dude. I'm ready. Oh yeah. Can traveling to the dream world actually be lethal?
If you die in the dream, do you die in real life?
Alright, we'll just go ahead and answer this question because I'm not going to pick this option. Yes. In this canon, if you die in the dream... Because this is not really dreaming, this is astral projection.
Yeah. It's dreaming with a capital D, basically.
Yeah. It can kill you physically. So let's do it.
There's one little
Complication.
complication, though.
Really, what's that?
This is frightfully embarrassing for a dreamer.
Oh, you're a shitty dreamer?
I find myself quite unable to dream. My sleep has become blind. It's silent.
I feel that.
I want to aid you, of course, my lord. Indeed, I need to aid you. But I am in justice desperate in need of my medicine.
Good gods. What kind of dreamer are you?
The leaf that enlightens.
Marijuana.
Yeah, it's established in the first game as basically being marijuana.
Actually, I would say, culturally speaking in history, closer to salvia, but yeah.
I don't know my drugs.
Sageweed. They used to call that.
Sounds like something I should do to rate.
Mm-hmm. It's legal now, again. It wasn't, and then it is again. But yeah.
Something else for me to Google. But later.
Yeah, you want me to get some Divinity?
No,
Satan's lettuce.
I have some, yes.
The devil's cabbage.
Cabbage. We should have gotten cabbage for
Ken,
pot
are you
roast.
still watching?
I hope he is. I want somebody else to vote on the fourth character that we have in our party.
Yeah.
So she's already said they're leaning the glorious beard envy.
I really...
Oh, the dwarf.
The dwarf.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is that you're a dreamer and you,
Aren't the only one?
not the only one. Yeah. He's all about that Divinity.
What character would you vote for? Fane? I've already forgotten everybody's name, apparently. Fane, Losa, or... fucking... Beast. I knew it started with a B. I wanted to say beard.
So there's a dwarf, there's a demon-possessed bard, and then there's...
A dwarf pirate, to be clear.
Yes, he's a dwarf pirate. He's very good at sailing ships, and he's a rebel from the queen. And then there's the demon-possessed bard, who is famous throughout the lands, but made a bad deal, we'll say, or a bad gamble. And then there is the mysterious undead extra, possibly
but not
don't
quite
know
undead.
character.
But he's a nerd. He's a big nerd. We can tell that much.
He is studious, but not really a nerd because he rejects nerd culture, doesn't like it. He's just ancient.
No, he's definitely a nerd.
Anyways, damn the elf.
Yes, of course. I cannot deny you, Prince, whatever my reservations. Let us partake.
Skintail reaches into his pocket and fishes out an orange, telling you it is in pieces of fruit that he hid his contraband. He devours it greedily, and his eyes begin to glaze. A yawn, a few mumbled words, and the lizard falls asleep. You sit in the sand, close your eyes, and follow him.
Off into sleepland we go.
Comes sunshine, your home. You're in your own palace, atop the great library tower.
Library tower.
Forbidden city. Only it's infinitely bigger than you remember. A sea of white marble that reaches as far as the eye can see.
One of the things I like about this is they like kind of like address how like the lizard culture is like created like this like spiritual fortress, so to speak. Where they've like made like a city on the other side. Which is really neat. There's a lot of correlation culturally to things with this, but you know, you can figure that out on your own. I'm not going to talk about that here.
Another voice lurks behind the dreamers.
From shadow comes sunshine. Quite right, Your Majesty. But not if the shadow gets its way. You have questions, and here I have answers.
Suppose that might be a metaphor. You're the sunlight, correct? No, I don't agree with that. Ask who the shadow is. Why do you want me dead?
The shadow itself. The House of Shadows.
The House of Shadows. Say that surely that house is a myth, because it's not supposed to exist, but obviously it does if this is a conversation that we're having. So my only answer now, or question is, why?
Alas, even for one such as I, their reasons remain ensconced in darkness.
Yeah, if they've remained as a myth, even to a prince of the House of War, then surely no one really knows what's going on with that.
No one knows the House of Shadows exists. Therein lies its victory. But we, the dreamers,
Yeah, I would love a library tower myself.
give them to we.
I want multiple library towers. And I want one of them to be video games instead of books.
Can I have a video game tower?
If you get really rich and really eccentric,
Siri,
You can have anything.
how much does 10,000 pounds of bricks cost?
Will you make it out of Lego?
No, I'll make it out of bricks and mortar.
I want to make it out of Lego.
I
But with insulation.
I guess I'll have to buy some wood for the individual flooring. And some pillar supports to make it extra stable. But I can build some shelves.
The mighty houses of war and more.
And Ken can make me some chandeliers. For lighting. Wall sconces? There we go.
Susie says that Lego bricks would cost more than bricks and mortar. It's true, though.
House of dreams, you have an ally.
Oh, I have an ally in the House of Dreams, you say.
He pledged allegiance to you. A one and only prince, a one and only king to be. We see the golden throne. We see you, the shimmering flame, amid the gold.
Nice.
What should I do next?
Escape from the island you are on, break through Fort Joy's walls, and venture into the hollow marshes.
Okay.
Sounds like a weird place.
Mm-hmm.
Bahar, she is a far greater dreamer than this sting tale. She can take you further through the realm of dreams, for much further you must go.
One of the interesting things that I love that they address here is that this guy, while being very imperfect in his art form and practice, was able to be in the right place at the right time to, like, provide a service that only he could do while not nearly as good as could have been necessary. That's kind of like, you know, the ever grading, like, everything is on a scale or gradient kind of stuff. I like that concept. He's an interesting character in that way of thinking.
So wake now, Prince. Wake and be wary. Be wary of the shadows that will snuff out the sunshine.
You wake up, as does Stingtail. He yawns and stretches his arms.
Well now. What a dream that was. What a Paris we saw. Can't say I remember much else, though. Not a jot.
Wow, you don't remember anything? I remembered all of it. Thank you for your aid.
My lord. Long may your majesty live. And long may be your reign.
As you're about to walk away from the lizard, Seville comes...
Uh-oh, the elf's got something to say.
Then guides your eyes to hers.
Yes, my dear?
Listen, I need to have a chat with this here morsel of flesh. He's wronged me once, but may just do right by me this time.
You know, I've gotten all the use I can have out of him, so, have fun. Right, yeah, she is an elf. But also an elf that was enslaved by lizard people. Keep that in mind. Have a chat.
Seville proceeds to throttle the unsuspecting...
Throttle, I love that word.
She drives the tip of her needle into his lower belly with the other. Then the questions commence.
Oh, really?
You hear him yelp about the master, lone wolves, and a man called Griff.
We've heard of the term Griff before.
Lone wolves.
Heard that before, too.
Iffen?
If know some shit.
Iffen been mezzed.
Then, quite suddenly, there's blood everywhere as Stingtail falls to the ground, face first into his own intestines.
Jesus.
Side note, don't piss off Sabine.
Chat's over.
Glad that happened.
So, that seemed just a turn. Excessive.
I think you said that quite well, Iffen.
It's an exercise in restraint, and surely good fun to be.
Rogue.
You thought that I was, you know, that was excessive? No, I was compromising. I could have done much worse. We just had a difficulty of communication. Yes, Sabine?
Something on your mind?
You just murdered a dreamer, committed sacrilege. I demand an explanation. Grab her by the throat and sneer that you should do to her what she did to Stingtail.
No, you knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, but you did kill a dreamer. You did commit a crime from my culture. Why'd you do it?
It's simple. He scarred me, so I scarred him extensively.
Was he your original slaver?
She defies you with devilishly innocent eyes.
Probably
You
not.
blame me?
No, she does. Admit that if someone had likewise scarred myself, my reaction might have been the same.
There it is. I was wondering when your spine would make you.
Jesus.
Oh, it's always been here.
Anyway, what's dead is done, so let's move on, shall we? Despite my high hopes, this scar disfigures me still.
Of course, let's move on.
What? I'm feeling a bit peckish. And Stingtail mentioned a cook, as it happens. Fellow named Griff.
Let's kill him too.
One stone. How about it?
Murder hobo.
I'm telling you, she's the rogue.
Drinking that murder hobo juice. Still not getting a clear decision on who the fourth party member is going to be.
Susie's the only one who said anything. He said the bearded dwarf.
Dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can I do beast? Let's see here. Let me calculate out the characters here for a second. So I got Fire, Necro, Geo,
Because we have to make sure we have a balanced party, just like in D&D.
Water. If I make Beast the healer, I can do that. That could work. Okay, I think I can play around with that. Oh, hello. Who are you?
I found you, didn't I? Red, they said. Red then dead.
Red then dead, huh? So, is this going to be another attempt on my life? Because they're a frightful bore, frankly.
Not an attempt, mate. Not if I can bloody...
That's what they all say.
Hands up, Your Highness. Let's dance.
Okay, fine.
Stabbing time.
That wasn't a stab.
He's using magic.
Looks like you're in fire breath range.
Yes, I am. And I'm also in haste range versus Beal. If I can
There you
select the target correctly. There we go. Wait, no. Let's do this correctly.
go. Knock him down?
Oh, it's not gonna let me. Okay, well, fine. Fire breath it is. He blinded me, so my
Oh,
range
okay.
of sight is off.
Was that what that dust thing was?
Yes, it was. And oh, that's a really good spell. I should save that for later, but that's not a good spell. Oh no, I'm blind. Can't use that. Blinding radiance. That's what he just used on my dumbass. I'll just hold B and end my turn. Sabille, on the other hand, is going to use adrenaline. Stab yourself, give yourself maximum actions, and then you're... Oh no, you can't get close to him, but you can move very close over here. And now you can use backlash to stab that person in the back. And now you can do a flurry attack.
That's just too much AP for Sabille to be.
And then
anything
you
but
can do a
overpowered.
flesh sacrifice to give yourself more attacks. And now you can stab that person some more, or miss. You could do that. Alright, fine.
Sister says balance is for nerds. Go all melee. Punch any wizards you find.
One of the things Iffin can do if he gets close. Let's see here. How far can I get on 1 AP? Let's go about right there. That should be good. And then let's just put this where only you get hit. Right about there. There we go. And then let's do a shout of encouragement for the boys.
Encouraged.
Ooh, gonna stab me. I don't much care for that. That's rude, sir. How about I go all in on your ass? I didn't quite do a lot. Well, I could knock you over. That didn't work either. Yeah, you do need aid, actually. Alright, drink a health potion. Fine. And you have a poison flask, so let's just throw that on this person.
Should maybe step out of the fire.
Yeah, I'll work on that. And then if in here...
Have you given him a bow yet?
Yeah, he starts with one. I have a better one, but I didn't use it. But he does have a poison arrow, so I can shoot that person with that. And now he's poisoned and on fire, and then I'm just gonna fuck off over here. Have fun.
Sushi may have to go soon because, you know, apparently he's old and have to be up in about 9 hours.
I'm older than you, chump.
He always says he's the oldest.
You're not. Not even the oldest person watching this.
It's true, though.
You know what else fun thing I can do? No, I don't want to do that. What should I do? I don't have any of my fun abilities yet. Blighting Radiance. No.
Everything's on fucking cooldown.
Let's just, take a fun walk over here and save some AP.
Oh, you walked into some oil, so you're slowed.
I know. And then Sabine.
Sushi says they probably have the most gray hairs.
Not a bragging point. They make medicine for that.
Really? Maybe we should sip some sushi.
I eat tons of sushi, and sushi has nothing to do with having gray hairs or not.
Sushi is the nickname for Nekomini.
Yeah, I know that. But, yeah, I can tell you how to fix that stuff. Get pinned. Oh no. He threw dust on me again. Oh, he went invisible.
Are you so close to dead?
That's a bit concerning.
Do you have AoEs?
Yeah, of course I do.
Hey, you lit the oil on fire.
I didn't hit him though, so that's a bit concerning. Guess I should drink a health potion. And cast haste on myself. And then end my turn. I'll have Sabine move over here, and then down here, and then end her turn.
Do you have like rain of arrows or some shit?
No! That's like way late game stuff. I don't have any of that crap right now. Hey, there he is. He didn't really get that far. Oh, you're gonna light me on fire? Like I give a crap. I have fire resistance, my friend, and quite a bit of it.
Go in the water.
Yep.
Now you're just wet. Prone to electric attacks, if you have any of those, Mr. Wizard Man.
Get backstabbed! Ah, it missed. Well, I can do a flurry of attacks on you.
Backstab critical.
And then I can do this. Give myself 2 extra full attacks on you. And then Iffen can throw this on you. And then shoot you with a fire arrow and see how you like that. Oh, you're dead.
Combat over.
Dunzo! We'll just let that fire go out for a bit there. There we go. Minor healing potion, water arrow, life essence, tattered page, gold, and some magical leather pants. Gotta love those. Oh, I can't use those.
What? You wear pants?
Oh. That's not the pants section?
That was fucking boots.
Where's the pants section?
Right where the pants are. You already have pants equipped.
Oh, I do. Oh, yeah, there we go. Those are better. Someone else can wear the other pants I was wearing. We'll get to that later. I should probably go rest. That's a good idea. I should do that.
Restore some HP.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just sleep in any bed, or they're gonna get mad at you for sleeping in somebody else's bed? Hey, cats, eat the rat.
That's what happened, isn't it?
What's going on here?
Now, let's not get nasty. Greet's better off, I'm sure.
Who's Greet?
Keep a name out your mouth, how? Easy now, old chap. It isn't my fault she's dead.
What?
Who died?
Smell.
Greet.
Greet.
One more chance to shut that ugly mouth.
You know they're complaining about the body in the coffin?
But this place has made you cranky. Perk up, old chap. There's plenty of singletons about.
Really? You're gonna say that to a what is he, a widower?
Mm-hmm.
I only mean that if you think about it logically, she's much better off.
Then being trapped on Prison Island? Maybe.
I'll say it again. Come on, chap. Don't be unreasonable.
Shut up.
You keep yourself to death and get purged, don't you think? You should be happy for Greed. What did you say? That's what happened, isn't it?
And now the conversation's repeating.
Now, let's not get nasty. Greed, please, excuse us.
You're talking to me, not him, Sam.
Oh, for the love of Lucian, Balladeer.
Oh, you like Lucian? I don't like you anymore, lizard person.
Say it again.
I mean, we say for the love of God and stuff like that without loving God.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an expression. Think nothing of it.
Yeah. Well, then as a lizard, I'll step up and speak for my kinsman.
Piss off.
You want to fight?
Go on, Sam.
Well, it's the truth, and you know it. She's better off. So what if it was messy? I'd rather puke myself to death 1,000 times than let the Reds get to me. If she were my wife, I'd be happy for her.
This sounds like a messy situation.
I mean, they're on a prison island. There's really not anything positive going on here.
She never did like you.
Oh, that guy's dead.
You didn't resolve that situation.
There was no resolution to that situation.
The man looks for a moment at the corpse at his feet, then turns back towards the nearly finished coffin, bloodied hammer in hand.
Challenge this disgusting half-breed to a duel. No human strikes down a lizard unpunished.
You? Where do you think you are, snake-faced palace grounds? But if it's a good gutting you're looking for, I'll be glad to bash in another lizard's brains.
Yeah, I bet you were, you fucking racist asshole.
Doesn't even go for you first.
Nope, he doesn't care. He's just trying to hedge his bets.
Doesn't it also make her warm, or was that only in the first game?
It does make them warm, yes. There we go. Get a few extra hits in there. And then old Iffin here is gonna give a nice little shout and encourage everyone. And then, yeah, let's just pin this guy to the ground so he can't move. And he's crippled now. He's going after Sabile. Nice try.
He's focusing her.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you should worry about the lizard with the giant club. That can do this now. Get dead.
Very dead. Loot the body. Apple juice.
Nice try, buddy. My people have been avenged. Y'all a bunch of lizard haters. Shut up, I just want to go sleep. We're all allowed to sleep, aren't we? Those are all the beds
Random
are.
sleeping bags up for anybody to use. There's gotta be bed bugs.
I don't care. At this point, it's better than nothing.
Sabile and Iffin still need to sleep.
Yeah,
Why
I
do
know.
they need to sleep individually? Why can't you just be like, hey, I'm going to sleep. Why don't you go to sleep too?
Yeah, that would have been a nice comfort of, you know, stuff.
Sort of like how they do in the 1,000-Year Door.
But at the same point, this game is also made to be a multiplayer game, so you can...
Well, even when you do multiplayer, you can only have 2 players, and that means you are in control of 2 characters at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you use a
And
sleeping...
you still have to individually make them do stuff in that sense, but...
I think if you have a sleeping bag, your whole party sleeps.
Yes. But I'm not at that point yet, so it's still early game. It's getting into the feel of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get off this island before the end of today.
No, probably not. There's a lot to do on this island.
We'll at least get our full party.
This is the whole first chapter of the game is on this island. There's a lot to do here.
I don't remember. It's
yeah.
so minuscule compared to the rest of the fucking game.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to fucking level up. I've already, I think, hit my next level, haven't I?
Level 2.
Yep. Yeah, so let's see. I need...
Constitution.
Yeah. And strength. And then I have a combat ability, which needs to be single-handed. There we go. And so we're sure we want the dwarf, right? Not Losa?
Dwarf is what, Necomania was leaning towards.
Alright, well, I'll give you a second to think about it. Because I said Losa, he said dwarf, so it's up to you.
Well, damn it. Between the two, I'm inclined to say dwarf.
Twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs, he strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long.
That's a little weird.
Combs it out all Billy Ivy.
I like, Sir Laura, the squirrel on top of the cat. I tried to have them through my entire playthrough, and I got mad whenever that was hindered. Having Sir Laura come through my entire playthrough, I got mad whenever they weren't with me.
Yeah. the Squirrel Knight is an interesting character. They don't add much to the story, but
Can you see who's in the chat room to see if we have anybody else who might vote?
No, yeah, I can tell it's just you and Necomini right now.
Combs it out all Billy Ivy.
It's only 2. Ken's not watching anymore.
Twists and rubs and tweaks the nubs, he strokes and pokes like all the blokes. He say he'll touch it all day long.
Alright. I guess we'll go with the dwarf.
Beastie Boy. Wait a second.
Oh, you stubborn hunk of garbage.
The dwarf's fingers clamp around a splintered chunk of wood nailed to the skeleton of an old ship. His whole body strains with the effort of wrenching the plank free, to no avail.
I recognize this fellow from the ship. Tell him you're glad to see he made it away from the wreck. Actually, I'm just gonna ask him, need a hand?
Or Claw.
Yeah, I've got 2 of my own. 4's better than 2.
The dwarf spits into each of his calloused palms and rubs them together before placing them both back on the plank and pulling.
Some good old elbow grease.
Bleeding nail must be charmed or something.
You want some help still? You just need to put a little elbow in your grease. Hey, there we go.
Why don't you give it a shot?
Yeah, I'd be happy to.
You grab the plank and pull. The rusted nail pops loose.
I am a giant lizard, by the way. I'm very strong.
Yeah, the plank fucking crumbled.
Finish the job after I...
Yeah, you loosened it for me. I'm sure you did. Also, by the way, that option doesn't appear for all the characters, or doesn't necessarily work for all the characters, but for the Red Prince, he's definitely strong enough to pull that nail.
I think it has to do with your strength score, not because he's the Red Prince.
Yeah, the Red Prince has a very big strength. I'm talking about the characters that are the pre-ones. You can adjust things and make any character that strong if you want them to, but that's not staying true to like what the story of the characters was. But you can adjust it if you really want to like change things. Sure.
And flips a gold coin toward you.
They give you that
It's a
option.
long, high arc, blinking in the sun, and lands squarely in your hand.
Oh, thanks, man.
For your trouble.
Thanks.
I were a fool's errand thinking I could make something out of this heap. But I couldn't help myself from trying.
He sucks a finger and
I feel ya.
to the wind, testing the breeze.
Winds like these, she would have capsized before she reached the break. Well, on to plan B.
Plan B?
And how could you afford that, sir?
He gives you a line, as though deciding whether to trust you.
Aye, was planning to build me a raft and paddle off. I've got business north of here, in a town called Driftwood.
I've got business there as well.
For me to miss an appointment.
I want in.
You help me get out of this place, and I'll do the same for you.
Deal.
That's the spirit.
He lifts an invisible cap and bows with the grace of a courtier.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. The name's... well, the name's dead and buried. What matters is what they call me.
Beast. How'd you come by a name like that? Or tell him there are whispers of his exploits, even in the ancient empire. He was an outcast for trying to overthrow the dwarves. Queen Justina, right? Or mull the name over before it hits you. This dwarf who rebelled against his queen. What cheek. I'm gonna take that lizard option.
You have been cast out. You can bet your last heel of breach she wishes she hadn't have. I've taken my revenge 1,000-fold. This fleet.
Yeah, you probably might have more gray hairs than me. I don't have much other than like in the corners of my beards.
Really?
A little bit. I've got a few.
Seems more like you just got a little blonde.
Those are gray hairs. That's what happens. That's how those work.
No, it's blonde. You're not graying at all.
Yeah, they never used to be any different color. They were all the same color. Those are gray hairs. That's what those are.
Nah. Just like having a hint of red in your beard.
Yeah, a hint of red and also going gray. It's almost like I'm Irish or something. That's where it starts. You go gray in your beard first before you go gray in the hair. How'd you get captured by the Magisters?
I'll tell you when you're older.
What?
Dwarves do live a long time. He's likely like 80 or 90 years old. I'm also a lizard, and we don't know how long they live, so there's a chance I'm probably just as old.
We're a team now, so the me is not half as important as the us.
You got a point there.
The brass tacks. Fighting, I mean. I've been up and down the rails so often it'd make your cabbage spin. And I've picked up a few tricks along the way. Truth be told, I've
Cabbage?
grown fond of crushing and casting. A battle gauge, if you like. But it's not so important as team dynamics. So what'll it be?
Well, me and Iffin got fire and earth. If I do him as a battle mage, I can customize some stuff. And then Sabine is gonna go necromancy and rogue. So I'm gonna have to spec him into some hydromancy for healing, but I think we can make this work.
Settled. Capital. Well, that's that sorted. Onward then. I've got to get out of here. And soon. I suppose you do too.
Absolutely. This is a very offensive team.
So he says he's gonna spin our cabbage. Is that a talking
Laughing
crab?
crab!
Who can talk to animals? Iffin?
Yeah, he can talk to animals.
Septa the Ineffable.
Ask the crab, what are you doing out here? Or tell the crab to watch its tone, or it'll find itself in the wrong end of a spear. Where humans scowl, you don't even like eating shellfish, so you certainly won't stand to be insulted by one.
I should just ask the crab what it's doing.
Yeah. What's up?
In the faces of my enemies, of course. Little they know that this powerful sorcerer the world has ever known scuttles on their very shores.
Oh, really? And, how did you come by your source powers, by the way?
Power is my birthright, same as yours, but one of us has grown to astounding heights, and the other has sunk to depths too humiliating to describe.
That's a big talk for a bottom feeder. And, how do you get out of Fort Joy?
And of course, they happily dump your maggots corpse into the sea when they're still with you.
I'm assuming that's what you mostly eat. Didn't the order bring you here to cure you?
Of course, but which is worse, the cure of a disease?
That is a question. What is worse, the cure of the disease? I don't know.
Sorcerers dance and magisters pull the strings. Fools all! Their tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery!
The destruction of the age shall wreak upon them.
That's true. Well, have a nice day, Mrs. Crab. Septa the Ineffable.
That's a really nice name.
You cannot escape the crab. It is ineffable. The crab never lies. It's ineffable. Everything it speaks is truth. Well, should we have one more fight, or should we end it here? We're coming up on 3 hours. We could have a fight, or we could hedge it off here. Should we leave it on a cliffhanger? What's the next fight? Spin my cabbage.
I already told you about that comment.
I mean, it just popped up, so I don't know. Maybe my chat's far behind.
You just didn't look at the chat between when I told you about it and now.
No, I've been looking at the chat for a while. Maybe I need to scroll down in the chat? No, it literally just popped up like 5 seconds ago. What do you think? Should I end it here, or should I get into the next fight?
Since we're about to lose a viewer, and that's 50% of our viewership,
Yeah.
maybe we should end it here for the night.
I guess. But we could have like one last hurrah before we go.
Their last hurrah was Septa the Ineffable.
I guess. Alright. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.